Shameless Plug Studios. It's Salty Language with Brian and Tony. Hey there, Brian.
Hey, Tony.
It's Salty Language time.
Yep. Salty language in the morning.
Hey,
Not really.
On the bear.
Wow. On the Bear Bridge.
Yeah, everyone's named after an animal.
Anyone who listened to our the pod Goddammit pod will get that reference.
Yes, of course.
If you haven't listened to it, check it out. Search it out on the old iTunes. Type in pod, next word God, the next word Dammit, D-A-M-M-I-T.
You got to get in on the ground floor. It's like a good stock.
Yep.
It's
a
the
good
first
sample.
episode.
Good sample of us and all the other pod gods.
That's right, damn it.
And we answer the question of what's the worst way to die.
Which some of them are pretty horrific.
Yeah, that's true. Some are funny, some are horrific, some are depressing.
Yeah.
So
make sure you're in a good mood.
do it.
Don't listen while you're drunk and playing with a handgun.
Why not?
Yeah, I guess go ahead. Why not?
Yeah. We didn't put that disclaimer in front of our Big Money Wrestlers review.
Oh, my God. If I could have eaten a shotgun immediately. Yes and yes. Paint the ceiling red.
Yep. Eating a hobo with a shotgun.
The old silver salad, if you will.
Oh, nice. Wow. Good way to celebrate Kurt Cobain's birthday.
You betcha. Is that today?
Nah.
Oh, I was like, that'd be hilarious.
No. Actually, I think the anniversary of the day he died was, I don't know, last month.
Yeah, who knows?
The other day was the anniversary of the day that Biggie got felled.
I love when you call me Big Papa.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Not anymore.
Sorry,
Not till he's a hologram.
That'll be soon. Mm-hmm. That's going to take quite the holographic
I know.
machine.
I was going to say, dude, that's going to be expensive.
Oh, my.
Hologram. Yeah.
Look at all the polygons.
Wow. He's so pixelated.
Dude, do you remember back in the old days of video games? That was what the big rave was. How many polygons they were fitting in?
Yep.
Oh, my. Well, we decided with Star Fox not to use little polygons, but big polygons.
Yeah, that looks more realistic. Except not so much.
But Star Fox was Fox. Nice.
That's a much different game.
It's much different.
Yeah.
But Star Fox was pretty fun.
Show me that black hole, baby.
Yeah. I'm sending my torpedo in now.
Show you my quasar. I'm just throwing random shit out there now.
So Star Fox is just Fox, yes, because that's the hero's name, Star Fox.
Right.
Is just banging some female fox, and the little frog pops in the corner because he's a creepy voyeur.
Yes. It's like the Watcher.
What was it, a frog and a bird, I think?
Yeah, I believe so. It's like the Watcher from Marvel, you know?
It just pops in.
He's like, I'm not going to touch. I'm just going to watch, baby. It's cool.
It's all right. No problems.
No problems.
Ignore my flip cam.
Don't mind me jerking it a little.
No problem. No problem.
That big fucking creepy head of his. And that porn cape.
Yes. The inside of a porn cape just says, I upload the red tube.
Yes.
Yeah. Watcher.
That was his whole series of porn, too. Yeah.
The short-lived Watcher book. He just pops in and watches people fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tap that storm-ass Black Panther. Get up in there.
Get him.
Tear that cloud apart.
Oh, use that vibranium.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
Where'd all that come from?
I don't know.
All right.
It
What
just
were we
happened.
talking about? I don't even remember.
Absolutely
All right.
nothing.
Hey, when this comes out, it's going to be Memorial Day. It's
Is
going
it?
to be hot as a motherfucker.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, boy.
Man. Yeah. It's going to be a memoriam of, like, you know, all the britches that are getting just soaked.
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't mean that in the sexual way.
Not at all.
Well, maybe a little.
Possibly.
Probably
Well, if they're
not.
listening to podcasts, of course.
Yeah, well, duh.
Duh.
We are known for making the men's panties wet.
That's right. Out of quaking fear.
Yeah, that's it.
Sure. Or
I w-
hilarity.
I was thinking because our sounds give them just violent diarrhea.
Oh, all right. I was thinking we're so funny they'll jizz their pants.
Oh, while having violent diarrhea.
Yes. It's quite a cocktail.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
That'd be horrible, man.
That would be horrible.
Dehydrate and crusty bridges. Crusty in the front and just fucking sopping in the back.
Awesome.
We need to open up, you know how Hooters has the, you know, more than a mouthful? We need just to use that catchphrase in a food place of some sort. But
I
we'll
agree.
use it in a way they won't realize we're talking about the food.
I got
Or
it.
a sexual way.
We need to open up a bratwurst cart.
Yes.
Excellent.
Right. Krusty in the front, sopping in the back. Wait. Doesn't.
That's after you eat the bratwurst.
Well, there's kraut with it or something, right?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And the bun's stale.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Day old is cheaper.
Is that fuck yeah it is.
That's why I always get day old hookers. Wait, that sounded really bad. Hey, Seamus, cross that one off.
I like to get them when they're young. Real young.
Oh, my God.
Oh, preemie hookers. No.
Man.
That's our new cartoon, preemie hookers.
I don't
It's
think...
kind of like Rugrats.
I think it's going to be a pretty short-lived cartoon.
You're probably right.
Show.
Actually, I already did that. It's Bratz, I believe. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone beat us to it, God damn it.
Yeah. And then got sued by Barbie.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'll learn them.
Yeah. So how was your week after all that nonsense?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have any great camel old people stories this
That's
week. Sorry.
too damn bad.
I can make one up, but I don't have one.
I was hoping like
The Watcher
elephants.
was watching old people and camels.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what he's into.
What's more wrinkly and droopy?
Elephants and old people?
No, I was talking about the camel or the old person.
Oh.
Yeah. You see what I did there?
I see what you did there. I thought maybe he was into elderly elephant sex.
No, the camel looks at him and he's like, "You look like her front of her pants."
Well, I had the privilege of going to a dance recital, Brian.
Nice. Was it
very
yours?
exciting. I wish.
Was it a breakdancing dance
I mean, my
recital?
tutu doesn't fit so much anymore, but
Never stopped you when it
that's
did.
right, God damn it.
Ball fucking hanging out. And of course, you're always doing the leg over the head technique.
Well, of course. Spinning in circles.
All right. Well, if you got it, flaunt it.
That's true.
Little callback for the listeners.
Little callback there.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back 2 episodes.
It's 2? Yeah, it was 2
There's
already.
2. Yeah.
Man, time flies.
Not really.
All right, fair enough.
It actually drags,
It drags and
Yep.
drags.
much like a scrote in your tutu.
I have several observations about this recital.
Okay.
Okay. One was a bunch of little kids, and these are probably like 8 or 9-year-olds, dressed as cowboys came out. And the song was Shake It For Me, Cowgirl, Shake It For Me. It's like, that seems a little odd,
That's fine.
right?
Yeah.
Another observation is my lovely niece, Lily, of her crew, I called them Team Lockup, was the only one dancing.
Because they didn't move?
Yes, everyone else just kind of stood there. She did some stuff.
Yeah. Wow. They're like, look at the one having the convulsions.
Exactly. Like Team Lockup is failing because that one's dancing.
Like the dance move was stand.
Another one that threw me was these ballerinas came out and are doing their thing.
I wish people at home
And-
could see your
yeah,
hands.
I'm doing
while
hand
you're
movements and shit. And the song, I'm like, I know this song.
Mm-hmm.
It's classical music. I'm like, and it was the fucking Game of Thrones theme.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Funny.
I'm like, I associate this with beheadings and boobies. Mm-hmm. This is nowhere near what I'm expecting.
It wasn't?
No,
So you stood up and went, boo! And left, right?
There's no beheadings, no boobies.
It's probably better that there were no boobies.
Well, these are older people,
Oh, all right. Well, how old? I mean, are we talking the type that enjoy a camel show?
No, not that old. But that's
right.
kind of leading into my last observation here.
Man, I don't know
This
if I like
one
this.
threw me off, right? The stage is all dark, and you just hear a clearly black man's voice talk about the people that were ripped from their land, and it's like this huge, probably 2-minute
Right,
long
and it's
speech.
about American Indians.
Well, it's like, well, yeah. No. And then the speech closes with the guy saying repeatedly, this music comes from black soil. This music comes from black soil.
It's hard out here
And then-
for a pimp. No.
And then just like jazz music starts playing, and the lights come up, and it's probably 20 soccer moms, all white ladies. Because I was expecting, like, here comes a black troop of people to dance.
Right, like
it was all white ladies, and
Oh,
they're
my.
old.
Please tell me they were dancing to some Bootylicious.
I don't know, it was some like, it sounded like something you'd see, like, people shucking and jiving to in blackface, honestly.
Wow, so it wasn't something that slaves were singing while
No,
picking cotton
it
or
was
anything?
bizarre.
Wow.
And they had like little sparkly fedoras on.
Of course.
I was just laughing because I couldn't believe when the lights went up.
Standing up, pointing at him.
Oh, you're all white, you silly geese.
Everybody else is just gawking at you in horror.
I couldn't wrap my head around why they would do that, though.
What did that have to do with it?
I have no idea. Like I said, I would understand if it was like a group of black dancers that came out and did their thing.
Right.
But it was all older, suburban-looking white ladies.
Wow.
I was blown away.
All right.
I mean, if they would have just left the speech out and just had the music, it would have been fine.
Right.
But because of that whole lead-up of, ripped from the land, and the music comes from black soil, and then...
Well, nothing represents...
white ladies.
People being ripped from their land and, music that comes from black soil than,
white ladies.
Middle-aged white women.
Yeah, it's like in their minivans and Range Rovers. I was completely thrown off by that.
Yeah, I bet. Maybe that's why they did it. To shock you.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably not.
One bright moment was a bunch of kids dressed up like monkeys dancing around. That was entertaining.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Did you start throwing things at them?
I tried to, get a good crap out real quick and whip it at the stage so I could fit in.
Oh, naturally, right.
But it didn't happen.
They were all doing it. They're like little kids still wearing their diapers, pooping, and they're just like, wiping it on everything.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, there was one funny thing, too, where... and I only wish, because I wish everyone would have got into it, is people were dressed up like birds and dancing and shit. When they're done, there's feathers over the stage.
Yeah.
And the lights come up just a little bit, and a guy just comes out with a push broom.
Nice.
Sweep. And he got off the stage and like 3 people clapped. It would have been great if everyone would
standing ovation.
Yeah, it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
But no one.
He comes back out for a curtain call. Someone hands him roses. Lenny the janitor. I have you, Lenny. Panties whipping up on stage.
So yeah, that was my dance recital experience.
Sounds like you're ready to go back.
I had to take mental notes when the nonsense started happening.
I think you should just start recording all of them.
They were recording it.
Well, yeah. Well, what they're actually doing is they're looking around for pedophiles.
I'm sure the
they're
crowd
looking
is
for people
full
just
of them.
Furiously beating off while watching. It's funny actually because off of that, there's a place right up the street here by the Outlet Bread Joint.
Right.
That has dance.
Oh yeah.
Whatnot there, and they have a thing on their sign that says, dance recital tickets on sale now, and I'm like, who other than the parents is buying tickets to these things?
Pedophiles.
Right.
Yes.
And that's what Jen said. She was like, yeah, I bet, they probably sell out. I'm like, yeah, the place is full. Just everybody in the backs in trench coats.
Well, the bird dancing people were probably like late teens, and they were in basically like bikinis covered in feathers, and some of them were in cages.
Right.
Which
is
like, wow.
the reason you stayed around.
Yes,
right?
exactly. I wouldn't have seen Lenny do his thing if it wasn't for that.
Stuck around.
Stuck around. Was that from Predator? Funk.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pedophile. I'm sure there's plenty of them in the audience. Those fucking ghouls. The reasons why, toddlers and tiaras and dance moms or whatever are still on the air.
Don't get me started on that.
All right, well, that's enough recital talk.
Yep.
I'm starting to feel like I'm growing a vagina, so...
Yeah, we'll leave it alone.
Yeah, don't diddle my vagina.
But it's the biggest clit I've ever seen.
So what are we going into? JLA talk?
Yeah, why not?
All right. I wish we had some sort of cool sounder.
We do. Didn't you hear it?
It was amazing.
It was right there.
It was awesome.
Seamus will put it in later.
Oh, okay. Put it in post.
Right.
To use lingo.
Right. Seamus is always on top of that. Hey, show's calling me.
Ah, well. Oh, wait. This just in from our Facebook fan page. So asking for some last minute information.
Yeah.
Dave Decker has nothing.
No, that's
way to
fair
contribute,
enough.
Dave.
That's what she said.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, game on.
I need to stop saying that.
That's all right.
Nah, it's over. I just got to stop.
It's like a habit.
I know, that's the problem. I'm trying to break myself of it.
Yeah, fair enough. See, I say fair enough a lot. So
yeah, I know. We've said that since like 1804. Though.
I blame Perry because that's what he.
I know.
Exactly.
I know. That's where I started saying it too. All right. Well, so we posted up on the old face page that we were going to talk about the JLA movie. That is, at one point, to give a little backstory, at one point DC was supposed to be working on a JLA movie.
Right.
And oddly enough, they were not going to use the people who, at the time, that was right after, I can't remember if it was the first or the second of the Nolan Batman movies came out. And it was after the Brandon Routh, Bryan Singer Superman piece of garbage came out. But they were talking about not using Ryan Reynolds, not using Brandon Routh or Christian Bale in their roles in the movie.
Right.
Which makes no bloody sense other than in Hollywood terms, they only signed him to an X picture deal for how many ever million, and if they add a JLA movie, that uses one of them. They were going to completely recast the movie, which makes no sense when you have other...
You have established characters.
Yeah, Marvel's
doing it right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, they're fucking breaking the bank on Robert Downey Jr., but...
Who cares?
Look how much money the Avengers
you got to spend money to make money, right?
Goodness. So,
do we want to go over any of the people on our fan page? Any
if you
suggestions?
want to, yeah, go for it.
None of them really matched mine.
Right. Yeah, I haven't looked at it in a couple days, so I don't think... There's one that I have a point to make with, but I don't. I think. See what you got.
They talk about keeping Christian Bale as Batman. I say nay. Mm-hmm. He makes a good Batman, but the Bat voice can suck a dick.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I say it's time to He's done after the next movie anyway, with Batman. From what I understand.
That's what I understand. Like him and Nolan are both done.
Yeah.
Like after was it Dark Knight Rises?
Right.
Or whatever, which is an interesting name for a final movie.
Yes.
But instead of like Dark Knight Falls.
Yeah.
But anyways.
One of them I did like was Diggity with Nathan Fillion as Green Lantern. Mm-hmm. I think that's a good call. Mm-hmm. But he might be a little old.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
Well, if you're
Green Lantern's, I guess if it's Hal, it's perfect. Mm-hmm. But I think that's a good call.
Well, you have to cast him as Hal if you're casting Nathan Fillion.
Right.
There's no question. You have to cast him as Hal.
And let's see, what was the other one that struck me as
Kelly, no on Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds, he can get me coffee. That's about it.
No. If I'm going to put Ryan Reynolds in any Justice League part, it's Flash.
The Flash is the one that I think like Rose nailed. Is Simon Baker from The Mentalist on TV? Mm-hmm. He's got the look.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'd play the role right, but he has that look of Flash.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that one.
But I didn't cast him in my cast. So that's pretty much it. I mean, there's other things we talk about, villains and stuff like that, but
right. We'll get to that.
We'll touch on that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We like to touch things.
Oh, yeah.
Especially while making creepy faces and voices,
that's
baby.
all we do. Very passionate.
Oh, wait, I forgot we're past the recital talk.
Oh, yeah.
And my 1-year-old gaff from earlier.
That was hilarious, though.
Whoops-a-daisy. I mean, there's nothing there, because Seamus has cleaned that up.
That's right.
I'm sure no one will hear this.
No. We have all our faith in a drunken dog.
Yes. All right, so we both pretty much agreed that our cast of JLA would include pretty much the heaviest of the heavies.
Yes.
Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter. Correct?
Yes.
Like the ancillary characters might, there might be some cameos or something, like when they're at the tower.
Yeah.
Or
some
the
asshole
watchtower.
walking around in the background or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Aquaman, swimming in a fish tank, being all Aquaman.
Yes.
Doing nothing.
Right.
Actually, correction. Aquaman like scrubbing toilets.
Yes. Talking to
preparing food.
No, actually what he does is he talks to the fish in the fish tank. And they clean the inside of the fish tank. That's what he's good for.
Like, I'm so lonely, guys.
Yeah.
It's like, this ocean's really small.
Like, hey, I dropped a goldfish and a toilet brush down the toilet. Can you get him to snake that drain?
Help me out, would you?
Ugh. That's pretty much the way we did that. And villains, again, we'll get to that in a minute.
We'll get to that. So, who do you want to start with?
I don't care. Pick one. Let's go.
Let's start with the main guy. Let's go Superman.
Superman?
Who is your Superman, Brian? Who did you picture as the superest of men?
Here's the interesting thing, because the way I actually saw it, we have to kind of quantify some of the characters, because I like the way that they cast Superman with Christopher Reeves, in that when he's Clark Kent, he looks like an average Joe.
Right.
Like, so, and same with Batman, I'm going to use the same thing kind of here. I'm either in favor of almost having two people play the part.
Right.
Or have somebody who's kind of middle of the road physique-wise.
Right.
I don't necessarily want some bruising Hulk playing Clark Kent. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
I don't want some guy that looks like he should be wrestling in the WWE or something.
Right, right.
And I'll be honest with you, had a really hard time casting Superman because part of me almost feels like it should be an unknown.
I had a hard time casting him as well. Because Chris Reeve was perfect.
Yeah.
Because, like you said,
I'd like somebody who's just a little more bulk than that, but not a lot.
Because Chris Reeve was perfect, though, because he was likable.
Exactly.
Like because Clark Kent's supposed to be a good old farm boy.
Exactly, yeah.
And
that's where
in
the
last Superman movie, he was, I know he was in space or whatever, but still,
he was
it doesn't matter if you're in
dark
space, you should still come back as a good old farm boy.
Yep.
So
it lost that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Christopher Nolan's vision works with Batman, not with Superman.
Yes.
A dark vision with Superman doesn't work. It's got to be bright and happy. It's just, you know.
Now as you're filming the Red Sun book. Sweet.
True. Good book.
Nice. For all you not
so
know, that's when Superman lands in Russia.
Who did you cast? Because
I cast...
I'm kind of...
Because this guy's got the handsome good looks that a Superman should have.
Thank you.
He could get fucking cut, because we've seen it in movies.
Right, thank you.
Gerard Butler.
Oh, I thought you meant me.
Because you saw him with 300, dude. He was shredded.
Yeah, he was shredded.
And
he's not huge.
He's not huge, because in other movies, like, I wish I could remember one where he played the dude that made all the bombs and shit. That was a crazy-ass movie.
No, I'm kidding.
But he looks like a normal dude at the same time.
Yeah.
So I picked Gerard Butler. Plus, he's a name.
That's true.
Yeah.
And because the other thing I'd like to see with Superman is I kind of like to see the old square jaw on him.
Right.
Guy. It's really tough to find.
It's hard to find.
I was trying to think of somebody who really fits that, and it's really difficult.
My first thought was young Bruce Campbell.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually thought that, too. But he's a little too
too old
for
now.
Superman, too. And, yes, he is too old.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. Nate's pick of Nathan Fillion, I think Nathan Fillion would actually make a pretty good Superman.
We just watched was Dr. Horrible's sing-along.
That's exactly why
Captain
I thought.
Hammer.
Yep, that's why I thought about him as Superman because of that character.
Right.
Because of the good looks and the kind of I actually think he would kill it as Superman.
Right.
And again, decent physique on the guy. He's a decent sized guy, so he doesn't look like he's some shrimp out there. But he's not overly huge to where you're like, whoa, horsey.
Roided out.
Yeah. Like me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Wait.
Been lifting.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I went with it.
So you went Nathan Fillion?
I did. And that created a problem because when I thought of Green Lantern, I'll tell you, Nathan Fillion does the voice of Green Lantern in a variety of the animated shows.
I did not know that.
Yes. And he's fantastic.
No, not Gillian iPhone Fillion.
Yes, Jillian Jacobs. Wait.
Former sexy redhead.
Yeah.
All right, who should we hit up next? Should we just go on down the line to do the next big boy, do Batman next?
Yeah, it's Batman.
All right, Batman I had a hard time casting.
Mm-hmm. Again, you have to decide how you want Batman. And I'm assuming we both want, like, Nolan Batman.
Yeah.
Like that type of Batman.
So, at first my first thought was Daniel Craig. Because he used to make James Bond used to be like the campy womanizer. Then Daniel Craig stepped in. He's like a fucking stone cold killer.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. But then I was like, I've never seen a Daniel Craig movie where he plays like the Bruce Wayne-esque character.
Right.
He's always a stone cold dude.
It is interesting though because as Bruce Wayne, he's gonna bring to the role of Bruce Wayne to some extent.
That's not my guy though.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
He would bring to the role what Clooney brought as Bruce Wayne. Now,
right.
Forget the Batman part, but the Bruce Wayne part.
Right.
To where it almost is like yes, because I think Clooney
is Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
Right.
Not the best Batman though.
No. But then I started thinking of like, well, what's someone that I've seen play two different roles, right? Like, got me to fucking Michael C. Hall, a.k.a. Dexter.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, because he's got the Bruce Wayne look, too, and you've seen him be stone cold killer / likable police kind of guy.
That's interesting. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, so I thought Michael C. Hall would be a good Batman.
Wow.
I don't know exactly how he stacks up, like, physique-wise. Yeah. I know he's kind of, like, got decent.
You know what, though? Michael Keaton's a small dude.
Exactly, and he was a great Batman.
They can fix.
They can, the magic of movies.
Yeah, they can fix any of that. I mean, look at, Lord of the Rings. The hobbits are actual-sized people.
Yeah, exactly. Gandalf isn't 10 feet tall.
Oh, he's
Sorry,
not?
I didn't mean to break it to you.
I thought they shrunk Magneto. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, I actually could see that. That would be something I'd give a try.
Yeah,
because because I've seen him on, on TV, like on talk shows or whatever, and he's got quite a bit of charm to him. So I would imagine he could pull it off. Because I had pretty much put down, I was just going to stick with Christian Bale because I think he does a good job.
Right.
However,
no Bat voice.
Fuck the Bat voice.
Yes.
Here's what I'm doing. it's Christian Bale in the suit, whatever, or some stunt guy. I don't give a fuck. Kevin Conroy does the Bat voice.
From TV's animated Batman.
Yes, because there is no better Bat voice than that.
That's true. That is the definitive Bat voice.
Yes. And so I was thinking he just does a voiceover kind of a thing for the Batman.
Hey, that's what he was doing his whole life.
Right,
so.
for the Batman scenes. And then, I figure Christian Bale's a good enough actor, he can just be a mute.
Right.
I don't think he'd agree to it, but fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it's right.
But I don't know. I kind of like the Michael C. Hall. He might actually. And you know what? When he kind of gets into his kind of gritty, like, dark places, that'd probably be a decent Batman voice.
Because, I just, watching Dexter, you could, the switch flips to... campy. Hey, I'm solving crime,
Sure.
Dexter, to murdering Dexter.
Yeah.
So.
What? He murders?
Oh shit! Spoiler alert!
In case you didn't know, he's a serial killer.
All right, we got the big two out of the way. Who do you want to do next?
Let's do Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. All right.
Now, I did notice that Diggity posted Adrian Palicki.
Right.
He posted Lucy Lawless or Adrian Palicki. Now, Lucy Lawless, I have one issue with.
Too old.
Yeah, at this point.
Plus, I'm used to seeing her as a redhead of her big alabaster titties hanging out.
Yes.
Thanks to Spartacus.
No, because it's just I think at this point she might be a little past that point. So I'm thinking let's go a little younger.
She would be a good Wonder Woman's mom on Amazon Island or whatever the hell it's called.
Yes. Yeah, I'm blanking for some reason. And her mom's name too.
I don't.
Whatever. So yeah. So I'm thinking,
the vagina that Wonder Woman fell out of.
Right.
She'd be the mom.
Hey. So he also posted Adrian Palicki, which is, the sister of a friend of the show, Eric Palicki.
Yes.
Now, I have a couple comments to make. First of all, did you see Palicki's comment the other day I think it was on Facebook?
About Maxim?
Yes.
Yes.
His sister's going to be in Maxim, and he's like, should I tell you to buy it or should I tell you not to buy it? It's great.
Hilarious.
Anyways, for a TV show, I think she'd be fine. For a movie, sorry, buddy, but I want... You know who I picked? Well, actually, do you want to give a breakdown kind of that's what
you're good.
Okay. My pick is former MMA star Gina Carano.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because she can kick it. I don't know if you've seen previews for that movie she was in, where it's an all action movie, but she's the star, and she's just crushing people, and she's got a good look to her, and she's a brunette, so
that is a good one.
They don't have to do anything weird to her. I think she would actually physique wise fit, because I know one of the more popular choices for a while was Kate Beckinsale,
right,
or Jessica Biel, and I was like, see, they're not.
They're not,
Yeah. I want someone who's kind of tougher. Again, Lucy Lawless, when she was doing Xena, would have been great. I think would have been great. But at this point, I'm past it.
Mine is someone that most people probably never heard of.
What?
It's
you, isn't it?
It's me. In a wig. That's why I keep my head shaved. So I can put a wig on a lot easier. Anyway, it's Dita Von Teese.
I know who that is.
Marilyn Manson's, I don't know if current or ex.
Right, burlesque / nudie.
Looks like
model.
Bette-Page.
Yeah.
She's got the look. I don't know if she'd be a good actress for it.
I don't know.
But she's got the
one
look.
voice over the whole thing.
But I think your Gina Carano's way better because she's got the combat skills to make it
That's
look
what I'm
realistic.
saying. Yeah, she's a badass.
I was trying to think of someone kind of unknown that just had the look.
Right.
And I know this.
Well, and that's the thing. Most people are probably not going to know who Gina Carano is, but
Smoking.
Yeah. And anyways, like I said, I can't remember the name of the movie she was in, but it can be IMDb.
I don't remember. It just came out recently.
But it's an action flick where it's all just her kicking ass.
Very good in it too.
Yeah.
So I think your pick of
If I was cast in the movie now, again, maybe not depending on how they want to go with the movie. If they want to show more of a softer side or whatever.
You can't. Wonder Woman's got to be the warrior bitch.
I'll tell you what. If a Wonder Woman movie comes out, if it's not done by Joss Whedon, they should just not do it.
Yeah.
And like Kevin Smith said when they were talking about the Avengers, it's like DC's got to be kicking themselves because they had Joss Whedon on to do Wonder Woman.
Right.
And by now, a Wonder Woman movie could have been out.
Yes.
And probably have made a shit ton of money.
I'm sure.
But whatever. Jerks.
Jerks indeed.
Yep.
All right.
So we got next Green Lantern?
Yeah, let's do the Lantern next.
All right, you start. I got to get a drink.
All right. My choice on the Lantern, Brian, because in the Ryan Reynolds Lantern,
right,
they established the witty, smart-ass Lantern, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I was like, all right, I got to think of somebody that has comedic timing.
Now, real quick, first
Yes.
of all, we're going to specify you're shooting more in the Kyle Rayner Green
Well,
Lantern, right?
you know,
Or-
our pre-show talk, like I said, I never really read too much of the Hal Jordan stuff.
Yeah.
So if he was a wise ass,
he was a little bit, like I said,
Yeah,
a lot of it
loose
was him. Is that
cannon-ish.
he's that loose, like he's always late. And you know how they portray
Yeah.
him in the movies. Fairly, you know, he's late for things. He plays by his own rules. You know, all that
Right.
kind of stuff. So
I was just looking for someone kind of witty and shitheadish even.
right, naturally. So you picked what's his name from ICP, right?
Of course.
Shaggy Too Dope. I can't remember the other
I don't
guy's
know.
name.
Violent J.
There you go. Yes, not so much.
No, I picked John.
Although they
Hamm.
would be really funny from the Teen Titans cartoon.
Yeah.
You know the two, was it Manos and Monos or whatever, where they have to hold hands.
Manos
Those-
Hands of Fate.
No,
No,
no, that's a whole different beast.
no, I picked John Hamm to be my Green Lantern
Oh yeah, okay.
because he's got the comedic timing
All right, you know
as
what?
well as he's got the good looks of a
I could
superhero.
see him as Hal Jordan actually. And all right, so since I had to move Nathan Fillion to my Superman pick, well, I'll agree with you on that one. But I'm going to go one step further.
All right.
Now, in the event that they want to, have different ethnicities in JLA, which I'm 100% sure they would probably want to do,
Right.
this is usually where they do it on the Justice League. They add female characters like Wonder Woman and Hawkgirl, and they add black Green Lantern, Jon Stewart. Now, I'm not meaning Jon Stewart of The Daily Show, because
Right.
clearly he's not black. But if there was going to be a Jon Stewart Green Lantern, my pick is Dennis Haysbert, the guy who's in all the Allstate commercials and was the president on 24.
Yes.
Because I think he would be a really good pick for that role. I mean, I guess you could go with, Denzel or something like that. If you want him to be a combination of Jon Stewart and the wisecracking whatever, you could, probably do Will Smith.
That's too expensive.
You're right. Yeah. All the budget of the movie be him.
What is it? Kevin Hart. He's a funny young
Oh,
black
God,
comedian.
yeah. Yeah, but the problem is shooting him. He's
That's
so
true.
short.
That's true.
We'll just have Shaq as Green Lantern.
Hey, I'm Green Lantern. But
You're a terrible actor.
Aren't you Steel? Damn it.
Because I am. But there, I even covered our cultural situation as well.
Perfect. Whew. Good call.
Yep, that way we can't be accused of being racist.
All right, we got 2 heroes
For
left,
this.
Brian. We got the Flash. We got the Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, right.
Who are we doing next?
I don't know. Let's do Flash, because I'm still trying to figure out Martian Manhunter.
All right.
I've had a hard time with that.
I got a good Martian Man.
You might be right.
All right, Flash. Here's my criteria.
Okay.
Flash is fast.
Right.
So I was trying to think of somebody, because in the comics they always have him like really buff and
Yeah.
kind of chiseled.
Yeah,
I was trying to think of someone that was a little more leaner and
Yep.
like fast looking.
right.
So my mind, and it took me a while to figure this out, right?
Usain Bolt.
Black Flash.
Yep.
He's got the name. It's perfect.
I win.
No, and I know he's been in a shitty movie, but I went with Uriah Faber
Ah.
because he's got the UFC fighter. You know,
All right.
he's a little dude. He's
He is.
like he's cut, but he's not like bulky
Right.
cut.
He's got a ridiculous butt chin.
He does have a ridiculous. He's got the hero chin, really.
Yeah.
And he's got the blonde hair that Flash needs.
That's true.
And I know he's a little fella, but
Yeah, he
I
is
don't
a
think
little
Flash. I don't think Flash should be big.
No, I agree.
You know?
Yeah. You're right. I agree. Flash should be lean
Yeah.
because of how he's run. His metabolism's got to be insane.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, how would Flash even, like, I mean, he should be, like, no body fat and just muscle.
Yeah, just fucking
He's
shredded.
just fucking running all the
Yeah.
time. But it's like, how does, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I agree with you on that.
I don't know if it would work well acting,
Acting,
but
bad.
for the look, I think he's got the Flash look.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, this was a tough one for me because
This one was a tough one for me too.
because like
Yeah.
even when they had the TV show, the dude they cast, who I don't remember, the dude they cast as Flash was a fairly muscular dude.
yeah, which
You know?
I don't agree with.
Yeah, and you really
You got he needs to have like the runner / like swimmer body, you
Yeah.
know, not this big like Wolverine look.
yeah. Well, he should look like Usain Bolt's build.
Yeah.
really. I mean, he should
Exactly.
be fairly thin but muscular. Yeah, that's tough.
It took me forever to figure somebody. And
I
I
honestly-
had to go outside the realm of Hollywood.
him and Manhunter, I was literally blanking. Like, I just don't have a Flash in my head. Like, for a while they were talking about, Ryan Reynolds and letting him be a wisecracking, and I was like, he might be good at this.
Yeah.
Except that when I saw Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool,
Oh,
and now granted, the writing for that was atrocious.
And they fucked up Deadpool's powers.
Let's not even talk about that. But I just, he didn't come across the way I thought he was going to come across.
Right.
So here's what I'm thinking. And this is going to, and it even kind of pains me to even say this. The only other person I could think of was Dane Cook.
You know, when we were talking about Ryan Reynolds, Dane popped in my head.
And I'm not that big a Dane Cook fan, really, but he's fairly lean. He's got a decent physique, and he does crack.
He definitely has the energy for it.
See, that's what I mean. So that's kind of where I went with
and
it.
To be fair,
and he's going to draw. No.
To be fair, in the movies I see him in, he's actually a decent actor.
Right. So that's kind of where I went with it.
That's Dane's. Like I said, I think Dane's a good choice.
The whole time I was trying to think if there was someone better, but I struggled.
Flash is a hard one to figure out.
Yeah, because I just, you know what it is? I think I've never been that big a Flash fan.
Right.
I've never really cared.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I care about Flash more than Aquaman.
No one cares about Aquaman.
No.
Not even Aquaman's mom.
Don't let me forget, though. I do have a great choice for Aquaman.
Oh, we'll get that. I don't have an Aquaman at all.
Oh, I know.
So
actually, this one just popped into my head right before we started.
Oh, I deleted it. No.
Oh my god.
All right, there we go. All right. So that leaves us the Martian Manhunter. Have you had one pop in your head yet?
No, I'll be honest. I have nobody for it.
Right.
So
okay, my Martian Manhunter.
No, and first of all,
yes.
Martian Manhunter could be done in a variety of ways because it could either be somebody in ridiculous prosthetics,
or CGI.
And I do have one person if you go prosthetics, but or you could do CGI and then just do a voice, or you could do kind of a mixture of the two, like they did with
Dr. Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan, yeah.
That's kind of where I'm going, is the kind of Dr. Manhattan look.
Okay.
Because I don't think in the JLA movie they should get into Martian Manhunter being John Jones when he turns into like the blonde-looking dude.
Oh,
or whatever. Right? He should be Martian Manhunter.
Well, plus when they do the shape, he is a shapeshifter.
He is they could play anyone then.
Yeah.
You know.
So,
but
yeah, that's true.
My pick for the voice and for the kind of the look of the dude was Peter Mensa, who is the dude from Spartacus who trains the gladiators, the black guy, who gets kicked into the pit in the 300. Because he's got the look, I think.
Dottore.
Yes, Dottore. He's Dottore. Because he's a big dude. His head, he's got the nice shaved head already.
And he's got a cool voice too.
He's got a cool voice. Picture him as green.
Yeah,
and he's Martian Manhunter.
That would work.
Because that dude, we're talking about zero body fat. That dude's ridiculous.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I can live with that.
Yeah, I think he'd be a good Manhunter.
All right.
Plus, he's a fucking hell of an actor.
There's that.
Yeah.
Because the only other person I could have thought of, the one that popped in my head if you did the prosthetics, might have been Ron Perlman, the guy who plays Hellboy.
Right.
Because I think he would be all right. But it's like
I picture Manhunters having a deep voice.
I was just going to say, and that was the only other thing I was going to say is that if you went with a white Green Lantern, you could move my Dennis Haysbert pick down to Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because his voice is that deep,
Well, who do you want your official Manhunter to be?
I'm going to go with. I'm going to agree with you, actually.
Agreed.
Because I think that's a strong pick.
All right, fair enough.
And again, since we're doing to where he can kind of whatever, it's, the voice is probably more important than the body.
Yeah.
So, all right, so for villain, or not villain, sorry, I got to do my Aquaman
pick first. You got to do your Aquaman pick.
And this will tell you how much I think of Aquaman. Dog the Bounty Hunter. Keeps his hair.
Right.
Keeps the beard.
Perfect.
And he's just like Aquaman, but he got old and fat. Well, not really fat, but, old and bloated, kind of. Right?
Oh, that's good frozen coffee.
And I want his wife in the movie, too.
What is Aquaman's pontoon boat?
Yes.
Jesus. Holy crap. I was thinking if we're going on how much we respect these people as characters.
Right.
I'm trying to think of someone that's really slow.
Jim Norton.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing for Aquaman. I could probably go out and throw like little green wings and a gold suit on a dog turd. Be like, there's my Aquaman.
That'd be the greatest Aquaman ever.
Why is that turd wearing green pants and commanding fish?
Because he can.
It's Aqua Turd.
Throw him in the water, he floats.
Yes, exactly.
He swims around.
See his little sonar.
He controls other fish byproducts.
That would be the worst hero ever.
That would be. I don't know, man. I mean, compare him to like Spider-Ham, Batmite.
All I want to do is see the JLA as pieces of shit now. That's all I want to see.
I kind of don't.
I kind of wish we had a larger audience that would draw this for us.
Oh, my.
Come on, you people that listen. I need to see this artwork immediately. I need to see piles of shit as superheroes.
All right, and you also asked our
let me pull that up.
loyal followers
yes.
to who their villains would be.
Right.
And you and I both have the same criteria for the villains in that it's when you put a team like this together, they're not screwing around with like the little pissant criminals that individually these superheroes may take down.
Right.
They're screwing around with like when like the I can't think of their name now. Shit. But like when groups of the supervillains maybe get together.
Like, was it Masters of Evil or
yeah,
get together?
Or when you get is that Marvel?
Or when like I don't remember, it's Marvel.
But like Thanos comes or not Thanos,
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Or Darkseid from Apocalypse.
Yes, Darkseid from Apocalypse.
Yeah, when Darkseid shows up.
When they got to deal with like Darkseid or something, it's like, oh boy.
Yeah, oh shit.
Or even Brainiac, because of Superman's villains. Brainiac's one that could maybe go, or Luthor could go
high level,
little higher,
yeah,
to where they're talking,
or like massed alien invasions, or
yes, that kind of thing. They, they're not going to deal as much with the local stuff.
Like if they're
going to let the local police handle that.
If Bizarro shows up, the whole JLA's not going to go kick his ass.
Nah, Superman will just go.
Yeah, I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just calls up Supergirl. He's like, eh.
I mean, the only suggestions we really had for villains were Lex Luthor, Guy Pearce, I think it was.
Yeah.
And Tim Curry as Joker, which I think Tim Curry would be a good Joker if he was younger.
Interesting. I don't even know, because here's what I'm thinking. If you cast Tim Curry, you go a little, like, older, maybe a little...
I think that's what I put up as, like, or maybe I just thought about it.
Kind of like the Arkham...
like Dark Knight Returns, I was thinking.
Yeah,
like,
there
he'd
you
be
go.
a good Dark Knight Returns Joker.
Yeah, where it's a little down the road, and he's not... Is Cesar Romero.
Oh, and of course, the Green Goblin.
Fail.
But Will Arnett is a good choice for Green Goblin, I think. To be fair, I think Will Arnett would be a good.
That.
But you boy, I have to
Magic.
say, Goblin would never see that coming.
Or would he be the Green Joblin?
Joblin.
Magic. That'd be the greatest villain ever.
That would be the greatest villain ever.
Someone needs to put that together. It's Job.
That's awesome. That's a great idea.
Right?
So I don't really have. I mean, let's say Darkseid, because he's a cool villain.
Darkseid's going to be more about the voice than anything,
exactly.
probably, because you got to have a cool kind of deep.
So who voices Darkseid?
Whoever did in the cartoon. No.
There's got to be someone that's got an epic voice.
I don't even know who did in the, I'm trying to think if I can think of who did it in the Justice League cartoon.
You know he'd be a good Darkseid voice?
Who?
Oh, God, what's his name? The dude who played John Coffey in Green Mile.
Oh, Michael Clark.
Hell, he could even be Darkseid. He's so big.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's got the voice, and he's a fucking big dude.
He is a large man.
I dare say he could probably even play Darkseid.
I agree.
With movie magic, of course.
Magic. Maybe the Green Goblin will help. Sorry, the Green Joblin. Damn it, Green Joblin.
Tricks are for whores. I do magic.
Illusions. Man. All right, well, shall we hop, skip, and jump along here?
Yes, yeah, that was a good geek talk.
Oh, imagine that, more geek talk.
Oh man.
Snap. Tag-yans. Here we go. So, this was from Ain't It Cool News. Apparently, Disney is going to offer, starting May 18th, Disney's Hollywood Studios at Disney World in Orlando. You have the opportunity to be carbon frozen for the price of $99.95 plus shipping.
Wait a minute.
Well, no, I mean, you get a replica of you in the carbon from Star Wars. And you get a,
that's pretty cool.
You get a 7 3/4 figurine that'll be shipped to you about 4 weeks later.
For how much?
It's $100.
That's not
it's
bad.
A lot of money.
That's fucking cool,
That's
though.
fucking cool, isn't it? That's something that if I just had random $100, I would so do it.
The only thing I'd like better is if I was waiting in line and someone dressed as Vader walked by and just went, "No disintegrations." That'd really make my day.
I just wonder if you can pose kind of how you want to pose. I mean, you're not going to be able to do anything graphic like, dropping trout or anything. But
Fruit bowl carbonite.
Oh, it's the goat.
Look how Han Solo went in there. That's terrible. That's what the last thing Jabba wants to see. They pull the curtain back and there's Han's fruit bowl.
But Dude, he's doing the goat, and Bobo's like, "God got you, I got you,
got you." His job. That little thing on him.
Oh, Salacious Crow.
There you go.
As soon as I saw this, I was like, "Oh my god, that is so cool."
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that really blows away the Han Frozen and Carbonite iPhone case, which is really cool.
It is pretty cool. Or because they have ice cube.
I know.
Too, which are pretty
I need
sweet.
to get one of those.
I know.
Because you can make chocolate bars.
Oh, that's true.
How great would that be?
Chocolate. This story you sent in, which was pretty cool, I thought.
I don't even know which one.
The
it is, 'cause
Marvel
I can't see
Comics
that
creates
far.
superhero in honor of boy.
I thought this was awesome.
Yeah.
It's a little kid, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember his age. It's supposed to be like 8, 4. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. He has to wear hearing aids because, God hates his ears, clearly.
Right.
So one day the kid's like, you know what, Mom? Fuck you. I'm not wearing these goddamn hearing aids.
Yeah.
Superheroes don't wear motherfucking hearing aids. So what does Mom do? Cries in the corner, then writes to Marvel.
Cries in a corner.
Saying, my boy, what the hell?
It's just the page reloading, unfortunately.
Saying, my boy doesn't wear hearing aids. Can you help me out? Mm-hmm. So what they do? They sent him a drawing of, I don't remember which hero that wears hearing aids because he lost his hearing.
Hawkeye, because no one will give a shit.
Yeah. And then they sent him a custom drawing of a hero called Blue Ear, which sounds horrific now I think about it.
It's like, he doesn't use his ears, they turn blue. Is that like blue balls?
Exactly.
Anyways.
Which apparently is what they call this kid's hearing aid, is Blue Ear.
Yeah.
So it's a hero named after his hearing aid. It's fucking cool that Marvel did that.
I agree.
It really is.
Yep.
So I don't know. I was like, we should throw in a feel-good story every once in a while.
Yep. And this one's geek related, so it's extra appropriate. I agree. This is fucking cool.
Yeah.
This is
good show, Marvel. Good show.
Yes, amen. Amen. They're our hero of the week for the right reason.
Yeah, really.
Because, most of the time if we call someone a hero, it's because they're being an asshole.
It's fun. I love that because I could just do that at work. Be like, hey, you're my hero today.
Yeah, I know,
People
right?
are like, oh, that's cool.
Oh, thanks, man.
Really, I'm like, hey, you're an asshole.
Yeah, little did you know that kept them from hanging themselves when they got home. They're like, well, I guess I'll use this to go weed trim instead of hanging myself. Oh, man. And this one's kind of geek news, but it's, whatever. It's the RIAA, which are the assholes in charge of rights for
this is a great story.
Movies, music, all that bullshit, thinks LimeWire, which was a torrent download site. Well, it wasn't torrents, was it?
Pre-torrent. It was just file sharing. It's like Napster.
Yeah, it was file sharing.
Napster got shut down, so LimeWire popped up.
Yep. Well, for a long time, you couldn't use Napster on Mac. You could only use LimeWire on
I didn't
Mac
know
also, that. Yeah. And then eventually, Napster had a Mac one. Anyways, but they think that LimeWire owes $75 trillion in damages.
Which is more money than the world has.
Yes. So that's not possible.
Yes.
A. B. I understand not wanting people to pirate your stuff. And, as somebody who does arts, used to do arts, whatever, I wouldn't want someone else making money off of my hard work or whatever.
Right.
But it's like, really? $75
but feel
trillion?
free to burn and torrent the shit out of our stuff if you like.
Yes. Please.
Until we get sponsored.
Right. Even then.
Yeah.
Spread the word.
Spread the word.
Spread the word with your filthy members.
Digits?
Yes.
And numbers is better.
And don't wrap up.
No, of course not.
We like it.
Raw dog it.
Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, really though? I mean, come on.
All I pictured when I read this story was Dr. Evil,
Oh, yeah.
$75 trillion. And a zoom in.
The judge points out that if one multiplies the maximum statutory damage awarded, which is $150,000, by approximately 10,000 post-1972 works, defendants face a potential award of over $1 billion in statutory damages alone. And you're pretty sure that more than that was downloaded on LimeWire. You know. Now, the problem is that a lot of the stuff downloaded on LimeWire, I don't know that all of it was on there illegally.
Yeah.
And I can give you a perfect example. At one point, the Smashing Pumpkins had one record still in the bag, basically. And Billy Corgan, instead of releasing it, they gave it to friends. They gave him the master stuff and was like, torrent the fuck out of this.
Was that when they were like, fuck you, record company?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they were just like, torrent the fuck out of it. And they own the rights to it, not the record company. So it was, they wanted that torrented. And there's some bands that have not cared that their shit's torrented. You know,
Well, because from what I understand, they don't make money on their CDs. They make money on their gigs.
exactly.
Now, if people start putting out shit and selling it the Louis C.K. angle, then they'll start making some money.
Yeah, because
then I
that
can
money stays
understand
in their
being
pockets.
pissed.
Absolutely. And that's what Louis even said.
Yeah.
He's like, all I ask is that you don't torrent this, basically.
Yeah, and
he's like, look, I'm giving you a stand-up special for $5.
And obviously the results, I'm sure there's people out there that torrented it anyway.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
But the results speak for itself. He made a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's the major problem. You remember when CDs were like $18?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yep.
You know?
I know.
That's why I was LimeWiring, because I'm like,
Yep.
I can't afford to buy CDs.
I pretty much was like, if I'll buy it the week it comes out, because it was usually $9.99,
Yeah.
$10.99, or I probably not getting it.
Although there was nothing more fun than putting on our Indiana Jones hats and raiding the used CD stores.
Yeah.
Looking for gold.
Oh, I agree. But how many, and the funny part is that the RIAA, like, none of that, they don't go after. Libraries are essentially the same thing as LimeWire.
You know how much music I got from
Exactly.
libraries? Because
So
I'm
did
like, ooh, and I just rip it onto my hard drive.
Yeah. And it's not like you're the only one. I mean,
No.
there's tons of people doing that.
Oh, yeah.
And don't get me wrong, most libraries don't have like an immaculate collection of CDs, but
you
it's
can
still
pick up some good shit if you're looking for older stuff.
right.
You know?
And that's what I think is funny is and I'm not advocating that, the RIAA goes after libraries, but they're assholes and it wouldn't surprise me if they do at some
Yeah,
point.
exactly.
But the library's not making any money off of it, aside from late fees or whatever. But
Oh, geez, they're making a shitload of me. Though.
yeah, that's why their funding keeps getting cut. They're just raking it in off of them late fees.
Apparently, I need to hold shit out longer so they can stop getting their funding.
Yeah,
cut.
exactly.
Or maybe just pay
Yeah.
them.
Like, sir, we need our book back, and be like, I got you by the short and curlies here, because if I don't return my book, you get your funding cut.
Wow.
Not so much.
Who's the real asshole now?
You, sir?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's right.
That's right, I am, biatch.
Enough of this garbage. Let's move on to silliness.
All right.
Accused burglar says he was just practicing his locksmith skills. Sounds legit, right?
Was it his house? No.
Probably not. Yeah. An accused burglar's claim that he was just practicing to be a locksmith proved to be a key in his arrest, according to police.
So if you're raping, are you just practicing sex?
Yes.
Okay, that's good to
That's
know.
terrible.
That's my angle now.
Well, someone will try it, I'm sure. Justin Atmore has been charged with burglary of a vehicle, manufacture, possession of burglary tools, possession, use of a firearm by a restricted person, 5 counts of theft by receiving stolen property, and possession of drug paraphernalia.
I'd say you need all this stuff to practice your lockpicking skills.
Sure.
Who needs to be a lockpick?
This guy?
I mean, from random stumbling and shit on the internet,
Yeah.
I've seen plenty of sites go, hey, here's how to pick a lock,
Yeah.
which seems silly. But I know, who needs that skill?
Right.
I mean, in Skyrim, I need it.
True.
So I can get them treasure chests
Yeah,
open,
naturally. Well, maybe his lady friend has a chastity belt on.
Like Prince of Thieves.
Yeah, and he's trying to get that open.
I gotcha.
And when someone's wearing a chastity belt, since you're after a certain target, you can't really you can't use things such as blow torches, hammers that would normally gain you access through a lock.
Yes.
Shooting the lock's probably a bad idea here.
No, it's fine. Gotta be a good shot.
Yeah, hit it just right so it flicks the thing and it unlocks.
It's like stand sideways and don't move.
Yeah, it's like you have to be bullseye in order to do this.
Yes.
Yeah. Probably not.
I do like the idea of using like a plasma torch. Yeah. Oh God!
Don't move.
You didn't need that ovary, did you?
Yeah. Look,
Hey,
you got a wax
fried
too.
eggs. Hey.
Yeah. Friday. Oh my!
I'm here all week.
Try the veal. All right, for those in the internets that freaked out over the girlfriend who pulled all her ex-boyfriend's teeth or whatever because they broke up or whatever. Do you hear that story?
No, I didn't hear that one.
Here, I'll just read this part. Were you among the millions of people who gasped in horror and maybe a little glee at the story of a scorned dentist who yanked out her ex-lover's teeth in revenge? Turns out the story appears to be a hoax.
Weird.
Yeah, shocking.
Yeah.
When I first read that, I was
fake.
like, yeah, I was like,
So
I
fake.
don't know about that. And I never went to
Was it
Snopes.
Snopes,
Yeah. I never went to that website to see if there was anything about it, but I was just like,
I would have to agree. Upon reading that, you'd be like, there's a lot of dumb people on the internet, though.
Yeah, oh, I agree. And we've covered dumber things.
This is very true.
So would I have been shocked if it was true? No.
Yeah.
But am I surprised that it was a hoax? Not
Odds
at all.
are not true.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there you go. That's enough of that.
All right, fair enough.
Because, yeah, whatever. I wasn't one of those that was all like, oh, yeah,
Oh
you
my
get it,
God.
girlfriend. You know, I wasn't having a waiting to exhale moment when they're,
That's
you know.
right. Pull out his teeth and cut off his balls, baby. Something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
This story was sent to us by Chris Jackson. I am for real.
Nice.
Swarm of bees stunned shoppers in Ann Arbor's Huron Village. A group of shoppers in Ann Arbor's Huron Village got a surprise Saturday afternoon when a large swarm of bees flew over the parking lot. Nice. Over the parking lot of the East Side Retail Center.
What? So
Right.
those bees are clearly West Side.
Yeah,
Clearly.
Yep.
Rolling into East Side Hood.
that's right. Well, you know what it was? They were celebrating. They were getting revenge for Biggie.
That's right.
They're like, fuck this noise, West Side.
Let's go raid. East Side Killers.
Some bees were like crip walking.
Oh, Wu-Tang Killer Bees.
Yeah, I know. Well, they warned us.
That's right. They
know?
did. I hear they ain't nothing to fuck with.
That's what I've heard. Diversify. Sorry, this is a Chappelle Show thing. Was it Roger Falls was getting into his vehicle with his daughter Ann after shopping at Whole Foods at 3 p.m. when the bees, which he described as a large cloud, suddenly surrounded his car. Oh shit, they were targeting too.
Yeah, they were.
Dang. My first thought was killer bees, he said a few hours later, describing how he instinctively rolled up his window.
Good instinct, sir.
You know what it is? Bees are getting pissed that people are killing them off.
That's right.
They're bringing it back. Let's hope they don't tell flies about this idea or we're fucked.
Oh, we are fucked from Flypocalypse.
Yep.
Oh, boy. You know what I hear is what killing the bees off is?
Me.
Is maybe.
No.
No, is all the, like, all the plants that have been, genetically modified with pesticides built in.
Yeah.
And now they're fucking with the other plants that the bees enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
And now the bees are like, oh, we're dying.
Well, at least they're not
Colony
turning them into,
collapse.
like, mutant bees.
Well, that's true.
That'd be trouble. Then
That's
we'd
true.
be really in trouble.
But we need bees.
We do need bees. You are correct.
Bees make the world go round.
That's why our
with
favorite
their
charity.
little buzzing wings.
Our favorite charity is, Save the Bees.
Is it?
No,
Okay.
I don't know
Plus,
what
they
our favorite
make
charity is.
delicious honey.
It's true. You know what else they do?
Make Burt's Bees shit?
Yeah, I was
Right.
going to say annoy the shit out of me when I'm cutting the grass, but
Oh, fair enough.
But it says the honeybees weren't dangerous, just traveling in numbers that startled him. Bullshit, they're not dangerous. They still have stingers.
That's right, they do.
That hurts.
I'm sure if you punch one
Now,
of
are
the
they
bees
gonna
in the
kill
face,
you?
80 of its friends are going to sting
Now,
you.
also when it says they're not dangerous, what if this dude or his daughter have an allergy to bees? It could be
It
dangerous.
is dangerous then.
They
What if
could
one of
die.
them's wearing a flower suit?
Exactly.
They're fucked.
Wait. All they were trying to do is they were like, you forgot the Honey Nut Cheerios, bitch. And I brought my friends.
Where's the one that sounds like Jerry Seinfeld?
God
Oh,
damn
boy.
it. Damn you. He's just trying to get him to try some, what is it, Nasonex or whatever? Hey, try some Nasonex.
Little nugs.
The bees likely...
Are you
plowed-
running in hiving?
Oh, that was bad, dude.
Crash and
Oh,
burn.
man.
Smoking crater of jet fuel.
Wow. Wow.
I should
Wow.
have bailed out on that one.
Yeah, you should have.
I rode that right into the earth.
Oh. I think we're done. I don't think there's any coming
We
back.
just end the podcast.
There's no coming back from that smoking crater.
It's the Hindenburg. Oh, the humanity! Oh, the humanity!
Oh, man. The bees likely a cloud of at least 1,000 moving with a queen, naturally. Based on...
Freddie Mercury?
Now.
alive?
It was hologram,
Oh,
naturally.
fair enough.
Based on entomologists' account of honeybee movement in the spring, then flew to the top of the multi-tenant retail building on the property at Washtenaw near Huron Parkway as the cloud dissipated. They seemed to pass through as quickly as they showed up. Naturally, they were just going after this dude. That's all it was.
Exactly.
I want to know what he did to bees. I bet he's probably going around. He works for like some service where they're going around getting rid of nests or and shit, or he is a beekeeper.
Maybe he stomped a bee and it was the queen's brother.
Maybe
And
they're
she's like, fuck that, we're getting revenge.
exactly. I was just going to say maybe they're the bee equivalent of the Black Panthers, and he's like a slave owner since he's a beekeeper,
Perfect.
and they're just getting revenge.
Or whatever that sect of Jews was that hunt down Nazis after World War II.
yes,
I can't remember their name, but they were-
angry.
Yes. Exactly. Angry Oys.
Oh, man.
In fact, I'm going to Google that because I think that had a cool name.
I could imagine that seeing a fucking, a cloud of 1,000 bees might make you shit yourself.
That would be a little unnerving.
Yeah.
You see 2 or 3 and you're like,
Well, was it last week? I think it was. There was a baseball game where, right around, how a lot of times they have, kind of the metal fencing right down by the, when you're sitting in the very front, on the base path, basically.
Right.
Well, they
just real quick. I'm typing in Nazi hunting Jews.
Probably a bad idea.
Right? Mm-hmm. And I got JE and Google. The first thing popped up was Nazi hunting jerks. It just struck me.
All right.
Carry on.
Now, you do realize by putting in Nazi hunting Jews, this may have a different effect on what you're looking for.
You're probably right.
Because this may be like, oh, you're looking for Nazis hunting Jews? Here you go. I'm just saying. Anyway, so at this baseball game, there was this huge group of bees, and there's this dude who just grabs a vacuum, that works at the ballpark, gets a vacuum, and he just starts vacuuming all the bees up right off, just calm as can be.
That is insane.
I know, and I'm like, yeah, there's no way in hell. I'd be like, they're in my hair, and running away,
And he was just calm as pie?
Yeah, he was just like, because bees don't seem to like vacuum cleaners a lot, but they weren't stinging him.
Well, they must have done that before, obviously.
Yeah, exactly, because they were ready. And I was like, wow, though, it's interesting that a vacuum cleaner.
Can't find
it's like, what do they do with them afterwards?
Shake the canister up and just
set
piss them
on
off.
Fire, yeah.
Listen to this.
You know what's in here? 1,000 really mad bees. Fucking just opening it in someone's
where's
car.
That 20 you owe me? He's wearing a bee suit.
Yeah. He's going to somebody's car. Unleash him.
Greatest joke ever.
Guy comes out from the ball game and he's like, what the hell? It's like bee-pocalypse on the inside of his car.
Like, someone put window decals of thousands of bees on my car.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, they're bees.
Keith Emanuel accused of attempting to rob Dallas police station.
That's a smart move, buddy.
Keith Emanuel is learning the hard way that a sense of humor is very subjective, but that's what happens when you attempt to rob a police station. Emanuel walked into a police station in suburban Dallas on Saturday with a white towel covering his hands and told the dispatcher to hand over the money. Although he claimed that he was just pulling a practical joke, which, you can imagine, police are always up for a good joke.
They're always hilarious.
Yeah, they're like, oh my God, you got us again.
I really hope they just tune this guy up in a back room.
I wish, dude. Fucking throw a blanket over him and beat the shit out of him.
Just fucking give him a beating. And they probably did.
The police chief, Victor Kemp, said the suspect didn't seem to be acting like a jokester. He said he'd like to check on a warrant, but it was pretty obvious it was a situation. He gave a different name after a few moments of maybe playing it off, he said. You do know I have a gun. At that point, he seemed to be very serious. She called for officers immediately. The officers arrived and were able to take him down at gunpoint, which means pistol whipping.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, that's Texas. They could have just dropped him.
Oh, shit.
They just fucking lit him up.
Yeah, luckily he wasn't in Florida, man. They would have been like, I'm defending myself, and just shot the shit out of him. Trayvon! I didn't say anything like that. I swear to God, I didn't say nothing like that. That's why they didn't find no guns on me. Well, you can say you have a gun, but not have a gun. People try to rob places all the time.
Yes,
saying,
exactly.
I have a gun, and all it is their hand in their pocket. Or a dildo.
Yeah.
Like when you rob places.
Or a chocolate chip cookie.
Or a chocolate. Ooh.
Delicious.
I don't know what a chocolate chip cookie is, but I probably don't want any.
Yeah, that sounds all right to me.
So he was arrested and charged with robbery and theft. He's lucky he didn't have a weapon on him, or that would have been a fucking mess.
Oh, yes.
Because taking a gun into a police station, I believe, is a felony.
Yeah.
And not to mention, if you had it on you and you attempted robbery, that's probably
more time.
Oh, man. But,
what an idiot.
Apparently, he says he plays like that all the time. Now, I imagine he doesn't, because I don't think the police would take kindly to him doing this multiple times.
I think I'm a pretty good judge of comedy. That guy's not funny at all.
Not at all.
That's not fun nor funny.
Although he will be opening for Jeff Dunham soon.
Oh, excellent.
No, I'm kidding. He's being held on bonds totaling $300,000, which is... you imagine this guy when he fucking walks into court and the judge looks at what happened?
Yeah, like, really?
It's like, what an asshole. It's like, I don't even need to hear the rest of this. Guilty, get the fuck out of my courtroom.
You know what, son? This is Texas. Death penalty time. We don't need you polluting the gene pool.
Is that because he's black?
I don't know. Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess that. I don't
Just
know.
asking.
It is Texas.
I'm just asking the questions that have to be asked here.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right.
The hard-hitting questions.
That's right. That's what I'm known for. Cocaine found in wheelchair seat cushion as man attempted to smuggle 7 pounds from Mexico.
Dang. Oh, is he smuggling, or is he just trying to get away from the cartels that are murdering everybody?
In his wheelchair, though, probably not the best way to do it.
That's true.
All I could hope for is that there was a video of him just rolling down the street in his wheelchair. You know, hopefully it's an electronic one, just down the road as the cartels are behind him, like OJ chasing him.
In her own scooters?
Yes. No, bikes.
Oh, okay.
Those bikes with, like, the spinners and the big...
They put the foil in the spokes so it looks all badass.
He was trying to smuggle it in, you know, by hiding it in the seat cushion. It says he was stopped for further inspection after an officer noticed something peculiar about the cushion.
There was someone doing lines off of it?
Yeah.
Huh. That looks peculiar.
Oh, man. Apparently it was $65,000 worth of cocaine. I got a feeling that he's probably not going to be allowed into Arizona.
I have a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night.
Don't make me slap you, dude. Agents didn't say whether the man was disabled or was just using the wheelchair to smuggle drugs. God, I hope he was not disabled. They're like, he is now.
Yeah, that's right, he is.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately for him, he's probably Mexican, and it's Arizona anyway, so I don't think he's allowed in.
Well, fair enough.
Because they're assholes there, too. And if you live in Arizona, well, unless you voted or are very against their immigration rules.
Although I do hear it's a beautiful state.
Probably is.
Yeah.
That's all right, though. Port Slade fitness fanatic crushed to death by his home gym. Now, we're not talking about his lover gym. We're talking about like a, workout machine.
Huh.
Just
all right.
clarifying. Like
So he was crushed to death.
Yes.
Excuse me.
A fitness fanatic was crushed to death by weight training equipment as he worked out in his garage.
Always got to have a spotter.
Landlord Oliver Steer, which sounds like a great porn name.
It really is.
Yeah.
Oliver Steerin, the crushing weight guy. I don't know.
Yep. What did she trade for those beans? Oliver Steer.
Oh,
That's
nice.
terrible. Anyways, that poor guy. He probably got all sorts of that shit.
Oliver Steer, I'll take the steer, please.
Oh, I see. God, we're horrible tonight.
Yes, we are.
Found the body of his lodger, Chris Bailey, in his garage in Mill Close, Port Slade, after Mr. Bailey had decided to go for a workout in the early hours of the morning. Mr. Bailey had only bought the workout bench 6 weeks ago to save money instead of joining a gym.
He was doing God, can't
Bowflex?
talk. Yes, he was bowflexing it like an asshole.
Yeah, I'm gonna get cut.
No, he's in there pumping the fucking barbell and he probably just crushed his throat.
Yeah.
That'd be my guess.
Ugh.
Which, what a horrible way to die.
No shit.
Why do we come up with that on a pod? God damn it.
No, right? He said
Hey, how much you bench? Not enough.
Yeah, no shit. My throat can bench nothing. He said he and Mr. Bailey, who lived at the property for the last 3 months, had been drinking until 3 a.m., which is always a great time to go work out.
Oh, boy.
When Mr. Steer, 57, decided to go to bed. When he woke in the morning, he found the lounge light on, the front door open, and the garage light on. I found him on the bench with the bar across his chest.
Oh, across his chest.
I tried to wake him, but I knew he was dead. I had to try and lift the weight off him, which wasn't easy because it was so heavy. So apparently, yeah, it was he'd been there for 5 hours or so. How depressing.
Well, that's what you get.
Yeah, well, it doesn't say. I'm trying to look to see if it says, if it was the cause of death. They have to wait for the test. Because I'm wondering if maybe it was too much weight, too much of a strain, maybe he had a heart attack or a stroke or something like that.
Just couldn't breathe.
Yeah, or if he got it
compressing his chest.
Yeah, like got it up too much and just boom onto his chest.
Oh, yeah, that could be too.
And that he couldn't get. No, at that point you might be right, just where he couldn't breathe. So, because I mean, if
you'd think you'd have if he was drinking the 3,
Man.
I'll say to do the old tilted off
roll,
you,
yeah,
so you can throw the weight off you.
Right. Apparently he couldn't do it though. Who knows?
That's Darwin for you.
It's true. This story, dude, this made me laugh so hard. The headline: Police called to man suffering early morning ablutions
The hell is
All right, the original headline that I read was neighbors call police on man because man's early morning bowel movement was loud.
what?
Now I'm assuming that it sounds a lot like the scene in Austin Powers when it's like, who does number 2 work for?
Right.
Like, it sounds something more along those lines.
You hear that, or it's like Dumb and Dumber.
Just sounds like just spraying things into water. But
Was it the hailstorm on a pond?
yeah. That would be it. Canadian police rushed to Victoria Housing Complex after a man struggles on the toilet were so noisy that a concerned neighbor called 911. It happened on Wednesday about 5 a.m. The woman heard moaning and yelling coming from the man's bathroom's or basement suite.
Maybe he was jacking off on the toilet.
Yeah.
Leave the man
Like,
alone.
violently jacking off.
Exactly.
So officers arrived to check on his well-being, according to Deputy Chief John Ducker. After repeated knocks and announcements by the officers, the man opened the door. When questioned about the amount of noise he was making, the man explained that he had been essentially, in his own words, on the toilet having his morning constitutional, but he was done.
So he was just in there dumping it, and he was making so much noise,
Yeah.
the neighbor flipped out.
And called the police.
You know what? It probably happens every morning at 5, and she's like, fuck this, I'm calling the cops
probably,
this
yeah.
time.
Oh, man.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
He's killing someone in there.
It's one of those dumps, he just rips the towel bar off the wall, trying to get that extra leverage.
Yeah, pretty much. He's got fucking, like, there's marks in the floor from his feet pushing down so hard.
Tiles are all cracked.
Yeah. It's like, seriously, man, get a stool softener or something, dude.
Like, oh, my God, sir.
Help yourself out, man. If you're straining like that, you're going to give yourself some wicked roids down the road.
Maybe that's the
It
problem.
might be. Oh. Like I said, this was sent to us the other day. Grabbed from the throne, man on camping trip survives outhouse bear attack.
Oh, that's the worst. That is terrible.
It's gonna be like in Jurassic Park when the dude's having to sit down in the fucking, was it the T-Rex that bites him in half? It's like, oh, come on. It's like, well, if I'm gonna shit myself,
Yeah.
at least I'm in the right
At least my
spot.
lower half's there shitting.
Oh, man. A 65-year-old Canadian man, which you'd think that the Bears would leave the Canadians alone, unless the Bears look at them like Canadian bacon.
Maybe the bear had to get in there and shit. And it was just
Yeah.
like, get out.
Yeah, he keeps knocking, and the guy's like, hold on. And
Just,
Bear just had enough.
had some bad salmon.
This one's swimming downstream. Oh, shit. All right. All right. Got to report the news. A 65-year-old Canadian man had a trip to the outhouse he'll never forget. I don't know. Alzheimer's might kick in. That's horrible.
He's Canadian too, so he's probably going to drink at some point.
Yeah. Why would I say that? This man survived a bear attack on the toilet, and here I am making Alzheimer's jokes.
I gotta imagine he's fighting the bear off with like duck walking with his pants around his ankles.
He's taking his fucking magazine he was reading in there and whapping the bear on the nose.
It's all rolled up, trying to hit him in the eye.
Yeah. Leave me alone. I'm almost done.
Oh, God.
The bear's like, courtesy flaw. Gord, this is the guy's name, Gord Shervell of Winnipeg, says he was doing his business when a black bear barged in. Why's it got to be a black bear?
Exactly. What's up with that?
Racist.
Jesus.
When a black bear barged in and attacked him, leaving him with scratches and a head puncture wound before his friend shot the animal. Always got to shoot the black bears.
You know.
I'll tell you what.
Just fucking barging in is the greatest.
Yeah, you just,
the greatest way they can put that down.
You're sitting in an outhouse and the door starts opening, and you're like, you're
occupied.
Like, yeah, occupado, and next thing you know, you hear the bear, and you're like, oh fuck, because where are you gonna go in an outhouse?
Exactly.
I mean, I've never been in an outhouse, but I can picture like a porta toilet, you know.
He's just sitting there and the door rattles. Take off, I'm laying cable in here, The fucker.
I'm making syrup, The bears, and you see the fucking paw coming around the side.
Oh, shakes.
Oh, man. At that point, are you glad it's an outhouse and not a porta-toilet?
Yeah, because I get knocked.
You get tipped over in that
It's like
thing?
being on a set of Jackass.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
Except the bear's attacking you also.
It's true. Not only did Bam punch you in the dick, a bear's attacking you.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right, so
Wow.
So our friend Gord says he and his friend, 63-year-old Daniel Alexander, were on a camping and fishing trip near Dunbar Lake, about 37 miles north of Sioux Lookout, Ontario. When the attack happened early Saturday... I got to stop that.
But it was great.
He told CBC when he went to use the bathroom, leaving the door open so he could enjoy the morning view.
That was his
bear.
friend.
Yeah.
No, his friend wanted to enjoy the view.
Naturally. When the bear barged in.
Camping trip is
Now,
Brokeback.
I have to say, I thought Canadians had more manners than this. You wouldn't think a Canadian bear would barge in. An American bear,
That's true.
We're dicks, but Canadian bears, you'd think would be like knocking out.
He'd wait his turn.
Yeah, hey, and
He waits for him to get out of the house before he mauls him.
Right, yeah. That would be fun. Oh, God,
Either that or
awful.
maybe the door's open and dude's just stinking up the woods.
Yeah.
Bear's like, I can't stand this anymore.
Yes.
I'm doing something about this. His mama bear's like, honey, no, I'm doing something about this.
Like, just let him alone. We're on vacation.
Like, nope.
God damn it. I'm tired of this. He's fucking... Yeah.
Him and his bad diet are stinking up the forest. He's going down.
I'm sitting on the throne and my feet are sort of up on the poop stool, as we call it.
What the poop stool?
I'm guessing there's a ledge for you to push
Is
against.
he shitting on an ottoman? What is this?
Maybe this is the guy from the last story and the bear's the one that called.
Oh, fair enough.
So I'm kicking at him to get away, but he grabbed my pants that were down around my ankles, and that was the start of it. And he just kept coming, which sounds a lot like our Pod Goddamn It story. He said that the bear got a hold of him by the right shoulder and dragged him out of the outhouse
So it's
toward the bush.
He's got an unwiped ass
Yeah.
getting dragged through the dirt.
Oh, he's just leaving a fucking graham cracker trail.
There's nothing worse than fighting a bear, except fighting a bear half naked of shit on your ass.
Well, he's getting his ass wiped
that's
by
true.
the rocks and
That's
gravel,
true.
I'm sure. Well, the bear was dragging him towards the bush, so he's probably trying to help him out.
Well, yeah,
He's like, here's some nature's toilet paper. Oh, my God. He said, I'm screaming for my buddy to come out with the gun. Alexander was in the cabin when he heard the commotion. That's his friend. I started out of the cabin and something clicked in, and I thought... Sorry, and I thought, bear. I turned around, went back into the cabin, and got the gun. Alexander said the bear dropped his friend and turned toward him because, he was like, oh, clean ass. That's when he took aim and shot the bear in the head, killing it. Nice.
Headshot.
Boom, headshot, yeah. So someone's been playing Cabela's Big Bear Hunter or whatever.
I'll say if he was playing Call of Duty, he jumped off the porch, did a 360 headshot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Chevelle was treated at a hospital for scratches on his head, neck, and arms, as well as a puncture in the back of his head. That's about as good as you can get out of a bear attack.
Yeah, no shit. What about all the embarrassment? His friend has to see his little
Dude, you
Canadian
realize
dick
the
now.
levels of pun involved by using the word embarrassment with this story?
That's trying to even think of that.
Right?
That's true.
I'll let everyone else figure him out.
Yeah, exactly.
But I wouldn't even care at that point if people were like, yeah, but dude, bare ass naked getting drugged through. Like, I'm
living.
alive. I have all of my limbs and digits.
Look, I have not been eaten.
You're like, dude, he drugged me out. My dangle was hanging out. He could have yanked my salmon off. You know what I mean?
Oh, there's nothing worse than a bear hook, a bear claw in your scrotum.
I know, right?
Oh, boy.
And I'm not talking about the kind you buy at the delicious donuts and treat emporiums.
I wouldn't waste that on my scrotum.
That's true. Speaking of trinkets and treats, there's a donate button at the top of our of our Libsyn page.
There certainly is.
where you can go and download any of our episodes.
You can go just make sweet, sweet love. You remember when Mario, you'd get the little blocks, you just ding, 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 ding,
Yeah,
ding, ding. That's all
exactly
we want.
what we need. Only click the button once though, because it gets a little raw. Otherwise, this isn't a
that's
clit
true.
you're playing with. First of all, it's easy to find.
I'll say maybe it is because no one can seem to find it.
Yes, it is at the top.
That's
Is there a
true,
hood?
too.
I don't think
I
there's a
don't
hood, concealing it. It's pretty big and sticking out, so it is like like your clit. If you got it, flaunt it.
Damn it, that needs to be a shirt.
It does. I'll write it down on with my other whatnot for catchphrases. Anyways, yeah. So that's enough of that story.
Enough shameless promotion. Or plugs, I should say.
For now.
Soon.
Man arrested in alleged pepper spray casino heist. Las Vegas police have arrested a man for an alleged robbery at the Bellagio casino that happened Saturday.
Why would you try to rob a casino?
Because you're dumb.
There's like a million cameras on you.
Look, the only way you rob a casino is if you have at least 10 other friends.
That's true. And you're George Clooney.
Maybe 12, or maybe 11, or maybe 12, but at least 10.
If your name isn't Danny Ocean, leave it alone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if your name is Danny Ocean, that's pretty cool, actually.
That is a good name.
It's a good name.
Yeah, exactly.
Just go be a... I mean, hey, Billy Ocean made a recording career.
That's
Just
true.
go do that. Or, I don't know, be a porn star.
Perfect.
Danny Ocean, just make sure...
Oh, you're probably get the ocean on your face. Oh.
Just copious, just buckets.
Be like dropping loads guy, but Danny Ocean.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
I like it.
Yeah, why would you... Robbing a casino...
You cannot win that.
Could be the worst move ever.
Yeah,
even when casinos were first started, because they were heavily involved with the mob then.
Yeah, and now they've got cameras and
you
guards.
You can't walk anywhere
everywhere.
without being seen.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, I think probably you're good in the bathroom, but what's that going to get you?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Now, I'm assuming this guy didn't walk in with, probably wasn't walking in with a gun going, give me all the money. It was probably...
Was his hand in a towel?
Yeah. No. He was just kidding around.
Of course. I was only joking.
According to the police report, Michael Belton and another man walked up to a blackjack table. And if you're going to rob a table, don't rob the blackjack table either. That's the only table that you can actually win at.
Exactly.
The other stuff is all horribly rigged against
your chances of winning are still low.
Yeah.
But you can actually win.
Yeah, you can actually win at blackjack. All the others are tilted horribly against you.
Yes.
Go rob the craps table or one of the other ones that just bend you over when you sit at them. Well, maybe not.
Kick
craps.
over a slot machine and shit in its mouth.
Yes. You don't even have to kick it over. Just shit in its mouth.
Yes.
Anyways, he sprayed the people playing at the table with pepper spray, then grabbed 23 $5,000 chips and tried to flee the scene. He was apprehended by casino security, shocking.
Weird.
And held until police arrived. By held, probably batoned or beat. You
remember the back room scene in Casino?
Yeah.
When Pesci's got the guy's head in a vice?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was picturing. The second man was able to escape. How in the hell did the guy get away?
Here's my thing.
It's amazing.
If he took 23 $5,000 chips,
yes.
check.
Mm-hmm.
The only place he can cash those in at is the Bellagio
casino.
cages.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I would assume that they would probably
because I'm pretty let's say he got out.
Yeah.
I would say that I bet you an hour later all their 5,000 chips are a different color.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me that they figure something out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they, obviously are going to have it the what do you call it? The cash outs. They're going to have it to where, telling everybody, hey, look for anyone who's cashing in.
I mean, even if he got out and he waited 6 months, then cashed in, their chips are going to be different.
They're going to figure something out.
Because that's how they fucking
operate.
operate.
To mention, I mean, they're going to be looking for this guy.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I would assume he would, well, I guess not.
If you're going to rob pick some casino off the strip.
Yeah.
Where it looks like Old Town in Sin City.
Yeah.
Why the Bellagio? Oh.
Or maybe pick a brand new one to where maybe they haven't got their operations tight yet.
Dude,
but the Bellagio...
I've been delivering to the Hollywood that's open up here soon. They're fucking on point.
Of course they are. Because they train people. They probably got them training at other casinos before.
And also, the servers I've seen, delicious.
Well, they got to handle a lot of traffic on them computers.
Oh, boy.
Wait a minute. Where is it? The other dude got away, though, which is rather surprising. I'm curious if the guy that got caught dimes him out.
I would say they probably went for the guy that had the chips.
Yeah.
Fuck the other guy.
Yeah.
Now
we'll get him.
Yeah.
We'll just keep looking for him.
It wouldn't surprise me if they've got facial recognition software.
I actually saw something on Travel Channel about that. That some of the casinos are.
So when he walked in and be like, "Oh, there's that fuck."
Yep.
Yeah.
That would basically, as people come in, that it scans them and runs them against a database kind of a thing.
That would not surprise me.
Nah, not at all. And every year that probably leaps and bounds.
Oh yeah.
While he was being interviewed, police say Belton identified
interviewed, quote unquote.
Yeah. You motherfucker! Fucking smacking.
Bulping hammered in kneecap.
All of a sudden, Stuck in the Middle with You starts queuing up, and he's like, no, I'll tell you.
Here comes Mr. Blonde.
Yeah, this razor blade. All he does is open it, and the guy's like, no, I'll tell you everything. While he was being interviewed, he identified the other guy as Carlos, and they participated in the crime because he was unemployed and needed money to help his ailing grandparents. Yeah.
Sob story, my.
Yeah.
Yes.
Police retrieved a Mandalay Bay hotel room key from him. When they went to the hotel, they found that the room was registered to Carlos Rodriguez. Belton told officers
Dimed him out.
Rodriguez was the mastermind of the heist, but they were unable to find him.
Belton's a rat. Comes from a whole family of rats.
The report says Rodriguez planned to use the chips at the casino and then split the winnings among the suspects.
Why would you think you could steal the chips
I
and
know,
use the
I'm
chips?
totally with you.
What is wrong with these people?
Police say Carlos Rodriguez is not the same Carlos who allegedly accompanied Belton to the casino to commit the robbery. All right. He was arrested and charged with robbery, conspiracy to commit robbery, and burglary. Really? Nothing about spraying the people in the face with pepper spray?
I guess not.
That's surprising, because I'll tell you what, I'd be pressing charges if I got sprayed.
Well, maybe that's separate deals. Maybe that's just what the casino's charging.
Yeah, you know what? That might be right. But anyways, they haven't released this guy's mugshot or anything because, they're keeping it under wraps, apparently. Although, if you're the Carlos in question, if you see that story, you're like, oh, that's the guy, and so whatever. You know what he looks like.
I just can't get over how dumb that is.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like the guy, it's like you're going to go try to rob a police station.
Yeah.
You're going to try to rob a casino. It's like, come on.
Well, even if the guy's
you know what you do? If you're going to rob anybody, rob people outside the casinos. And I don't mean like right there, but get near a parking. Whoa, sorry, folks. Get near a parking lot or a little dank alley or something.
What I'm thinking, even
by dank alley, I'm not talking about the strip club we're opening up.
That's a great name,
isn't it?
No, even if the guy was planning on using the $5,000 chips to gamble with later, they're so good on security and watching everything. If a dude came up and said, "Hey, I got $10,000," he'd be like, "Hey, where'd you?" Pit boss up in the sky.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing that guy winning shit.
Yeah,
I mean they're right. So good from the shit I've seen on documentaries.
I know. Like I said, I've watched some stuff on Travel Channel where they show, obviously they're not going to give you much, and most of what they're giving you is probably old.
Yeah.
But some of the shit where they show how they've captured some of the people, like how some of the bigger criminals have been caught.
Yeah, they're good.
It's insane how good they are. Like, it might take them a little while, but it's almost like they're Mounties.
Security's good.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you've got all those cameras and all those people working.
Wait, in the olden days, it used to be dudes up in catwalks above the floor.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And now they don't need to.
No.
Now the worst thing you can have at a casino is the feeling of someone touching you on the shoulder. Sir, could you come with us?
Oh shit!
Cheese it! It's the cops.
Oh shit! Pit boss is paying more attention to my table. Oh boy!
Time to slow it down. Maybe I'll go have some of the lobster buffet.
Yes.
So here's something that'll. This is a weird story, dude. Roasted fetuses in luggage.
Wow, that's a great metal band name. Yeah, it's kind of like Dying Fetus, but I like Roasted Fetus much better.
Chow Hok Quinn intended gold-leafed corpses for ritual.
I read this, and I almost sent this in, but I was like, I think I saw a story that it's probably the same story. So, all right.
Real-life black magic practitioners are in the market for roasted fetuses. British citizen Chow Hok Quinn, 28, was arrested in Thailand on Friday after police found 6 fatal corpses in his luggage. The bodies, which belonged to fetuses between 2 and 7 months old, probably all girls, had been roasted and were covered in gold leaf. Thai police made the discovery after receiving a tip that a black magic services website, which I didn't know existed.
I had no idea. It's the internet. It's got to be.
Yeah, exactly. Was offering fetuses for sale, according to the New York Daily News.
How much? I just am curious.
All right, I'll get to it. Let me finish this. All right. Roasting fetuses and covering them in gold is part of a black magic ritual called Kuman Thong. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong.
Kuman Thong.
Which means golden child in Thai.
Good movie. Yeah, it was.
All right, fine.
I want the knife.
The preserved bodies are thought to bring good fortune to the owner. Not to this one.
Certainly not to the fetus.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, boy.
Authorities believe that Chow was planning to smuggle the fetuses to his native Taiwan, where one corpse could sell for up to $200,000. Thai baht, which must be their form of
So
currency.
it's like, what, a nickel here?
No. It's a little more. $6,376.
Oh, okay.
He faces up to a year in prison on charges of hiding and covering dead bodies. And you, dude, he was arrested. Wasn't he arrested in, what, Thailand or whatever? That is not a place you probably want to be arrested.
No, I've seen enough Locked Up Abroad.
Oh, boy.
That pretty much if you get arrested in any country outside of the U.S., you're bumming.
Yeah. I just, man, I was like, wow, roast them and gold leaf them. It's like, well,
That's pretty wild,
that's balla, right?
I guess.
Sheesh.
Fucking straight ball and super ball and even.
Oh, careful. Bouncing off the walls and shit.
Yeah, that's right.
This story, if I gotta admit, this is kind of a guilty pleasure story because I've wanted to do this a few times.
Yeah, fair enough.
Young Hyun Kim accused of hitting noisy kid at Seattle suburb movie theater. And it's not that I want to smack a kid in a movie theater, but there's always somebody
That's
that you want
awesome.
to punch in a movie theater.
So is this an adult hitting a kid
Yes,
that's not his?
right.
That's awesome.
Like, the person who sat next to me and Show when we saw the screening of Spider-Man, who just was
that
clapping.
over-the-top gay guy?
Yes.
Yes.
Was just clapping all the way through and screaming every time Kirsten Dunst came on the screen. Ugh. Or, like the guy who sat behind us when we saw Spawn had that little hacky cough the whole time. For fucking 2 hours. So in Seattle, a Washington State man, fed up with a group of noisy moviegoers behind him, stepped over the seat and punched a 10-year-old boy in the face.
He stepped into it.
Yeah.
Damn.
The man who told police he thought the person he hit was a grown man was watching Titanic in 3D with his girlfriend and had asked the people sitting behind to quiet down and stop throwing popcorn, but they laughed at him because they thought he was a foreigner.
Oh, of course.
I got so mad that it just happened. Young Hyun Kim, 21, told police who arrested him the night of April 11th. The 10-year-old lost a tooth and had a bloody nose in the confrontation.
Oh, that's a hell of a punch.
Yeah.
Boom.
Like, Mom, Dad, my tooth's a little loose. Let's go see Titanic. What's the worst that could happen? Or better yet, Mom, Dad, my tooth came in.
Exactly.
Dink. Gone. Oh, man.
I hope this Tao Young, whatever his name is, looked like Bolo Young.
It doesn't show a
Just
picture of
fucking
him, unfortunately.
big ripped Asian dude.
He was charged with second-degree assault, and he could be sentenced to 3 to 9 months in jail.
It's worth it.
I agree.
Take your. Oh, what are you in for? Punch a 10-year-old in the face at a movie theater. High five.
Now, the boy was there with 3 of his friends, and they said that they were talking, and when Kim told them to be quiet, they quieted down. But the kid says...
Not likely 10-year-old.
When he whispered something, Kim jumped over the seat, threw an iced drink at them, and punched him in the face.
You gotta distract him.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's like Fuji does.
That's like... I know I keep referencing Jack. You need to watch Jackass 3.
I must.
There's a thing called The Rocky, I think.
Oh, that's not him. Okay.
And fucking stupid Bam will come up behind people, hit him in the face with water when they're like, ugh. He just punches him with a boxing glove.
Wow.
And it looks great in slow motion.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
That's exactly what he did. Splash him with the ice drink and punch him in the face.
That's pretty much what it was. I mean, there you go.
That's fantastic.
That's why I said it's...
That'll teach a young bastard.
I know it's horrible, but this reminds me a bit of the golfing story we read, where the kids were making a ruckus when the old guys were on the
they
court.
just went and beat their ass.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know.
Hey,
like I said...
Kids deserve it every once in a while.
Well, it's like I said, when we went to see Watchmen, remember when I was like, the best part of this? Because we went after the city that we saw the movie in has a curfew for youngins, and we saw the showing after the curfew.
Yes.
So there were none in the mall at the time.
Was
it was
perfect.
fantastic. So, because we're cantankerous old men.
Yes, we are. God damn it!
At the old age of,
no matter
33.
no matter what our podcast image says,
Right.
We're old.
We are. This one, I've read this story. This one's gotten quite a bit of attention. 16-year-old high schooler suspended for giving a classmate a semen-filled cupcake. Oh, it's still warm.
Nice.
Well, if it's going to be a semen-filled pastry, it's got to be a Van Wilder reference.
That's true. I haven't heard this one yet. That's pretty fascinating.
Oh, you didn't hear this?
No.
Wow, it's been on quite a few sites. 16-year-old high school student, not a high school student. I'm a mess today, man. At St. Paul's Como Park High School, brought cupcakes to his classmates on May 9th. Nice gesture, right? Well, it's not so nice when you fill one of the cupcakes with semen and give it to an unsuspecting classmate. As unbelievable as that is, well, I mean, it could be worse. It could be, an AIDS cupcake or something.
That's true.
It's exactly what's gone down the last couple of weeks at Como Park High, according to a Pioneer class report. The creamy cupcake recipient began getting teased by his classmates. The day after he ingested the treat...
How's that cum cake, dummy?
The old spunk cake.
Exactly.
Oh, man. There's a map of Hawaii inside. The alleged culprit reported only targeted one of his classmates for the semen-filled surprise. Ooh, that's a good band name, too. Semen-filled surprise.
That is a good one.
Unfortunately, the student had already eaten the cupcake, so it will never be conclusively determined whether the 16-year-old who gave it to him is truly one of the most dastardly teenagers in world history.
So wait, he ate the whole cupcake, and then the guy's like, dude, I jizzed in it?
Yeah.
That's not even right.
So they can't prove, I guess, I don't know how. Well, I guess your stomach acid would probably eat the semen up. Much like it was the mighty Poseidon. No, never.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Now, I see. The principal reported the threat to police, who haven't arrested the student but have assigned an investigator to look deeper into it. With no proof, I don't know what you can do. Maybe get the kid for harassment. Like sexual harassment.
If they go, I just told him that there wasn't actually jizz in it.
Yeah, it's like, come on, who jizzes in a cupcake?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the thing. Unless they can find a way to prove it. Although I don't think I'd want a cupcake from the kid anytime soon.
I wouldn't want anything from him.
Yeah.
No.
You never know what he's handing you.
Exactly. Here comes old cummy baker.
It's so creamy. Oh, God. Look, it's just...
You're eating millions of half babies.
When you you break it in half, pull it apart, and it looks like, like a piece of mozzarella
Spider-Man's
cheese.
webbing?
Yes. It's my new skeet cupcakes. Why do you call them that?
Because when you eat them, you enjoy them to the windows, to the walls?
Yeah. Hey.
I don't know.
This is a story you sent in.
To the sweat drip from my balls.
Half-naked woman in hot pink duct tape attacks and injures 3 cops.
Problem?
Do you know anything about this?
I read it a little bit. If I remember right, she locked herself in a bathroom or was in a restaurant or something, started stripping and putting duct tape on herself, and they tried to drag her out. And I think she punched a store in her face, maybe. I don't know.
It was a bar.
Bar, okay, that's what it was.
Yeah. They ordered her to leave. She refused. She then grabbed the bartender's arm, injuring him. After that, she attacked another female customer.
Just means she dug her nails in. That's not really an injury.
Oh, it is.
He should just goon-handed her.
She attacked another female customer by clawing and scratching her face and eyes, as typical, you know, from crazy bitches.
Damn crazy bitches.
Police were called. As they pulled up, the woman ran outside and down the street, ducking into a nearby KFC/Taco Bell restaurant and hiding.
Should have been Pizza Hut in a Taco Bell.
I know, right? I'm at the KFC.
Yeah, it's just not as good as the Pizza Hut.
It's not, no. And hiding in the woman's restroom. Officers found her and brought her outside, putting her in handcuffs. But as officers tried to place her inside the patrol car, she suddenly freaked out. She began kicking at the legs and head of one of the officers. As police tried to pull her back inside the patrol car, she suddenly did an over-the-head backflip and tumbled out the side of the car. Once outside, officers tried to get her under control. She kicked one officer in the head, causing a slight concussion. Another officer was kicked in the hand, which severed the tendon in his right pinky finger.
Damn, that's a hard kick.
I know. The third officer was kicked in the jaw, causing swelling and slight dislocation. Man.
And I'm sure it was Operation Knee to the Neck time.
Oh, yeah, it was, I bet. It's like you hurt one of the cops, they're going to probably mess you up a little bit. You get 3 of them.
You hurt 3 of them.
It's time for you to stop.
Exactly. That's when the blue wall goes up and nobody sees anything.
Yeah. They tase her about 6 times just to be safe. Yeah.
Oh, crazy pussy.
Oh, okay. Shit. Never mind. That was the earlier part.
Wait,
okay.
I just got to know, because I didn't look into this. Where's this from? Does it say?
Seattle.
Okay.
Which is actually a little surprising.
Okay. I was thinking Florida.
Yeah, this is normally a pretty chill area of the country. But
yeah, really.
Nope. Maybe she was just trying to get to Portland.
Maybe.
Spirit of the 90s is alive, I hear.
In Portland.
This was a great story, even though it's a mess, but whatever. Super Soaker shotgun. Randy Smith converted water gun into 20-gauge weapon, cops say.
That's pretty badass.
Dude took a Super Soaker apart and figured out how to put a 20 gauge shotgun on the inside.
Parts in it, huh?
I think it's like a one shot deal, but
the old zip gun.
Yep.
Wow.
And with $30 worth of parts is all it took. Now it's probably like $30 for the water gun too, but
yeah,
because Super Soakers are freaking expensive.
That's pretty impressive.
Yep.
No, what was he using it for? Does it say? Was he a criminal, or was he just because he's fucking around?
I don't know. He took the Super Soaker apart, was able to fashion a barrel where he was able to make what's considered a zip gun, where you can fire one round through it. In this case, it was a 20 gauge shotgun shell.
It doesn't even look like it looks like a Nerf gun more than it looks like a Super Soaker.
Yeah, it does actually. You're right. You know what it is? Because it's got that's a Nerf round, right? Oh, unless that's the shotgun casing. I guess it's not just illegal, it's dangerous for the manufacturer. Makeshift barrels can explode under pressure, sending shrapnel and gunpowder flying. Jeez, man, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't...
I bet you he was just doing it just to do it. I watch Sons of Guns. I could do that shit.
He was just walking the streets with it when they found him.
That's pretty wild.
But, wow, apparently there's been an uptick in converting water guns or toy guns into actual weapons.
Guns?
So
why?
So when the cop saw the guy with it, he basically was probably like, "Hey, let me have a look-see at that," and realized
that seems like a weird up thing to happen all of a sudden.
You walk around with it, nobody's gonna
I guess
suspect it as much.
Till that asshole.
Yeah, exactly. Now everyone
just fucking ruined it for everyone.
Kids out in the backyard, and you're like, "Oh God, get down!" Ugh. So, here we go. John Davis faces $500 fine for dropping $1 on the ground.
Littering?
Yes. This guy says that he went to hand some money to somebody who, was down on their luck.
Uh-huh.
And basically $1 of it dropped on the ground.
Is this like when I handed a guy $2 last week so you get the fuck away from me and I can enjoy my coffee?
Yes. And this guy was in his car.
Okay.
So, he reaches out, hands the money, and
$1. Like someone at side road for sign or something. Here you go.
I think it was a handicapped person, if I'm not mistaken. There's we saw a man in a wheelchair holding a sign with
okay, it'd be great if you just handed him money. The guy wasn't even begging.
No.
Oh, that guy needs help. Look at him. What?
Actually, you know what? Somebody I follow, I can't remember who it was on Twitter, last week had that happen to them. I think it was Jay Glazer, actually, the guy who works for Fox Sports but also covers MMA. He saw someone who he thought was down on his luck, went to hand him some money to help him out, and apparently it's some guy who's been in like over 100 movies.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so he's like, and I guess the guy kind of took offense to it. So,
hey, if you look like a bum, you look like a bum.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, the person was holding a sign and asking for help, and this guy has a brother who's paralyzed. He sympathized with the man's plight, reached into his wallet and grabbed a couple of bucks to give him. When he stretched out his arm, one of the dollars fell to the ground, requiring the man to bend over and pick it up. A few minutes later, Davis was driving in a Cleveland... Now, real quick, I got to say, if you're handing money to somebody like that, and one of them hits the ground, you see a guy's in a wheelchair, it's interesting that you're just like, pick it up.
That's true.
I mean, are you just like,
maybe,
if you want it, work for it. I mean.
At least he didn't, squeal his tires to spray pebbles in the guy's face as he took off.
But anyways, so a few minutes later, a Cleveland cop pulled him over, and he, is told he's pulling him over for littering. To the police officer, the drop dollar bill violated section number 613.06 of Cleveland's municipal codes.
That cop's a cunt.
Which is littering from a motor vehicle.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. His offense was listed as throw paper out window and in parentheses, money to panhandler. As a result, Davis faces a $500 fine for one dropped dollar bill.
I would like to think that the courts would overrule that.
I would hope so.
Because that is ridiculous.
Police officials refused to comment on the ticket because there's no win for them. Aside from throwing it out.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no win on this one. But one newspaper points out that Davis may have been cited incorrectly. Another city ordinance states it's illegal to transfer currency to any person standing on a street or highway. Okay, well, if that's the crime, well, whatever.
It's still a shitty
I agree,
move,
it's still a cunty move, but it's... Okay, that makes a little more sense as far as a ticket than...
the cop have anything better to do?
It's like, seriously, dropping $1 on the ground, it ain't staying on the ground.
No.
Somebody's going to pick it up.
Yeah. It'd be
It's not
different.
like dropping a Subway
like
cup.
chucking a bag of McDonald's out the window.
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
going to stay on the ground.
Like I said, I guarantee within a square mile of this happening,
Yeah.
there was a real crime happening.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Davis said he admires the Cleveland police and isn't trying to start trouble. Smart talk by him,
Exactly,
because he doesn't want to be a
lawyer
target.
talk. That's
Yep.
lawyer talk.
Yep. But doesn't want to pay for simply trying to help someone less fortunate. I don't mean any disrespect towards the police department at all. We need them, but I just wish I didn't have to pay this ticket. Still, the experience has made him less likely to give money to those in need. Well, I mean, if there is a city ordinance against it, I mean, that's something I could see someone not knowing about and then finding this out and going, well,
I mean, if it's transferring money from a motor vehicle to some, in theory, I guess you could pull over, throw on the four ways, get out.
yeah,
Hey, I wasn't in my vehicle.
yeah. Or
I mean,
park at a nearby parking
yeah.
lot and just hand it to him or something, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
That's cunty. That's all I have to say.
it is. Extremely cunty.
This is the one you sent in too. Half of Detroit's streetlights may go out as city shrinks.
I understand what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because I think
They're trying to
there's
save
like
money
80-some
everywhere.
thousand streetlights that light up. Mm-hmm. So they're kind of like 40,000.
Yeah.
And they got to save some money. But you know when the parts are cutting off, there's got to be people there.
Oh, yeah.
You imagine being in that area at night with no lights?
You imagine having to, like, say you ride a bus home from work,
Yeah.
which, you know I'm taking a big leap because Detroit's unemployment rate's high, but say you take a bus ride home from work, you get out at the bus, at the drop-off, and it's dark.
Well,
From your point home.
from what they say, it's like 30-some square miles of Detroit is just abandoned.
Okay. So
And that's what they're going to cut the lights up. But there's got to be.
there's still got to be people in there.
There's still going to be people.
I have a
out
hard
there.
time believing that there's actually areas in Detroit where there's no one.
Exactly.
You know, that there's not a few people here and there at least.
Dude.
And I'm not saying they should necessarily run them, but I don't know what.
It's going to turn into like fucking Mad Max. up
Yeah,
there.
I know. That's why I said at some point, man, they're just going to have to rope it off.
And I do hear
They're not careful.
like there's like some big farm companies and stuff. They're thinking about
Yeah.
like bulldozing buildings and making farmland.
Yeah.
which is an awesome idea.
I agree.
But half the lights in Detroit going out.
I know, man.
Jesus Christ.
That just seems so dangerous.
Yes, it does. There's gonna be like torches and shit going on at night.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fucking RoboCop Detroit.
Yeah, you're
You
right.
know what I'm
You're
saying?
absolutely right, dude. I mean, I don't want to be one of those, like, types about it.
I'd
but
buy
it's
that for $1.
Yeah, but man, that is
Oh boy.
that is pretty frightening.
and
I'd
actually,
be terrified if I did live in one of those areas.
Yes.
Like I said, if you happen to live in there, and like I said, you had to walk
dude,
somewhere. and
the
it's
sun
just
goes
pitch
out.
black.
You throw up the blackout curtains. You pour the bleach on your door because the zombies are coming
Yeah,
out.
seriously.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. I mean, literally, you'd almost want to not go out after
No.
it's dark.
After it's
because
dark, you'd want to
just-
stay in.
It'd just be so dangerous. You wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to see much around you. I mean, unless you carry a fucking flashlight with you, which I'm not saying I wouldn't.
Or unless you're rocking Omar from The Wire look, trench coat
Yeah.
with the shotgun underneath it.
Well,
You know?
Omar coming.
That's right. Omar coming.
I'd be grabbing me like one of them flashlights like I got up there, those ones where you wind them, to power them back up. So you
Yeah.
don't have to worry about a battery. I'd be carrying that motherfucker with me everywhere
Dude.
I go. Like,
Fucking.
or get one of those mag lights. That way you have a weapon too.
Yeah, the old kill stick.
Yeah.
Or kill light, or whatever they call it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty frightening.
Yep. All right. Well, that brings us to what I have here is our site of the week.
Side of the week.
Site of the week.
Side of the week.
And this one's it's not that huge of a deal. It's just something I saw on Tumblr yesterday I thought was kind of neat.
Fair enough.
And it's moviesimpsons.tumblr.com. And basically they show the scenes that the Simpsons have
that's pretty
parodied.
cool.
And they show the movie scene. Like the first one I'm looking at here is from Cape Fear. And it shows the part where De Niro had tied himself to the underside of I can't remember who else is in that movie. Is it Nick Nolte?
I don't remember.
Whoever the guy's family that he's stalking, basically.
Right.
He ties himself to the under part of their car when they go on vacation
Yes.
to Cape Fear. And anyway, Silent Bob does that to The Simpsons, so, that's the first one. And actually, a lot of them right now are from the Cape Fear episode. But it shows how, or the, I think, is it the Citizen Burns episode? I can't remember what they called it. But it's the one where Mr. Burns, they mimic Citizen Kane all throughout it. But like I said, it just shows one with the other. A lot of them are GIFs.
Was it movie.simpsons.something?
No, moviesimpsons.tumblr.com. but it's kind of a neat thing, especially if you use Tumblr. It's, kind of a neat one to follow.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
So there's not a lot on it right now. Like, it's only like one page at this point.
I'll make sure I post a link to this. I'm on the salty Tumblr.
I bet you will. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's good. That'll work.
There we go.
So that's what we got.
Hold on, we got a breaking Facebook update.
What? What is it?
I'm trying to.
Oh, come on.
You know how the Facebook app is. It sucks
they
a
do
dick.
Stink a dick.
You would think for such a money-making corporation, the app would be a little better.
No, I wouldn't. I've given up on them.
It's terrible.
They're too worried about their terrible IPO.
Well, I kind of understand why IPO is doing so bad, because how do they make money?
Yeah.
What do they do?
It's all ads.
Do you ever click an ad?
Nope.
Me neither.
In fact, I have a thing
In
for
fact,
my
I
browser.
use Facebook more on my phone, and there is no ads.
Oh yeah, that's true. On the browser I use most of the time when I'm looking at it, I have an installed thing that blocks ads.
Oh, here's the breaking news from the Salty Language Facebook page. No, Kelly, we're not going to dedicate any time to how awesome you are.
Why would we waste our times on that?
Exactly. That's minimal awesomeness.
Well, having said that, once again, check us out on.
You have some issues,
I am
dude.
just man,
old retard mouth.
I know. So it's a good thing Seamus will clean this all up before it goes out.
I'll be cleaned up with post.
Yeah, it'll sound great.
Sound awesome.
Check us out on podgodsnetwork.com along with the other podgods. Like I said, jump on iTunes and have a listen to the Podgod Damn It.
I don't know when episode 2 is going to drop, but it should be a good one.
Yeah, I think he said he's going to shoot for about a week from now. I think he's going to be like 2 weeks between one and 2.
Bi-monthly.
No, I think he's going to go for like 2 weeks between, because he's trying to build an audience for it. And then after that, I think he said he's going to try to go weekly as long as everyone sends in their
sending
answers.
in clips.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
But have a listen. There's some good, funny stuff. I mean, there's one moment at least where I about spit my drink out.
Yeah, there's one great, terrific moment.
Yeah, and it's not ours.
If I was in charge, I would have named the episode this.
I agree.
And we should reveal that next week.
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
we'll go over that. That's
Yeah.
fair. And give people a little more time to listen to it. But,
So check us out on Facebook for all our links.
Yep.
We do an awesome Twitter.
Yep. Tumblr's got lots of funny
We do an
on
awesome
it.
Tumblr.
Yep.
And by all means, make sweet Mario love to the donate button.
Yep. And also, if you don't want to download it, you can check us out on Stitcher if you have the app for your phone.
True,
where you can just stream all of our episodes.
Or Brian puts up a lovely SoundCloud if you want to just stream it right to your computer.
Yep. And then that
Do you
link.
realize how many ways you can listen to
I
those
know.
people?
There is no excuse not to
There's
listen to
no
us.
fucking excuse.
Unless you have no sense of humor.
That's true. Or deaf.
Yes. Or you're a big, stick in the mud.
Ooh, language.
I said it, damn it.
You're being too harsh, too. Even the internet might shut down over this.
I'm going to go with probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
All right.
I'm going to go with have a beer, you'll be fine.
I like it.
All
See
right.
y'all next week.
Later.